τη χαίρεσαι την καινούρια σου αγάπη, έναντι και να με κερνάς φαρμάκι, να τη. Όμως μακριά από μένα, γιατί αγάπη μου στα έχω ξαναϋπομένα. Αν ποτέ σε δω αγκάλια με εκείνη κάπου, θα πω τρελαθώ και τα πιο μέχρι θανάτου. Κι αν ποτέ σε δω αγκάλια με εκείνη κάπου, θα πω τρελαθώ και τα πιο μέχρι θανάτου. Λοιπόν, να τη χαίρεσαι την καινούρια σου αγάπη, να τη χαίρεσαι και να με κερνάς φαρμακί.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Να τη χαίρεσαι την καινούρια σου αγάπη, να τη και να με κερνάς φαρμάκι, να τη. Όμως μακριά.
I don't understand. Can it refer to like when he comes back and then will die?
No.
Or
Because it says Jesus died when he was 33 years old. So no. Matt is in the past. He died. So why is Allah saying to him the following ayah? Stay away, ya Muhammad, from idols.
You're supposed to be a follower of Jesus, and you're using words like that.
Well,
And
it's
you
not my
expect people to
words.
believe in this
It's not my words. It's the words of Allah. Are you embarrassed of Allah? Hello, welcome everybody. God bless you. Thank you for being here. We are live. I hope that my sound is loud and clear on YouTube, on TikTok, on Discord. I hope the admins are ready because I'm ready. I hope everybody is ready. When I'm ready, that means you must be ready too, right guys? Just kidding, guys. We're not here to force anything on anybody. We're not here to use the sword of Muhammad and force this sword on people's necks to be here or to watch what we want to explain. You're very welcome to stay. You're welcome to share. You're very welcome to tap that screen. Apply for 34 on that like button and the screen. But use a siwak though. وَاضْرِبُهُنَّ lightly, brother. Don't do it in the face, brother. Yeah. Brother. 434, guys. Today's topic. Could be a little bit interesting. Some interesting information that we are going to share with you that many people probably never seen or heard before about Allah, about Islam, about this pagan man-made cult of Muhammad. Tap that screen, smash the like button, and we love the TikTok shop, but not too much though. We love the TikTok shop, but not too much. Yes, guys, we're live streaming on TikTok, on YouTube, and Discord, Lord willing, soon as well, simultaneously. Can I put the volume higher? Man, people will start to complain. I mean, I think it's hard enough, isn't it? Let me check something here. I think it's loud enough, man. It's you then. If it's not loud from your end, it must be you, baby. It's from your end. Okay? It's from your end. All right. People are saying on YouTube that the volume is perfect. So I'm not going to play with the volume because, you know. All right. People on TikTok, are you ready? Samad pagan idol. Samad pagan idol. You know, in chapter 112, Ayah 2, Surah Al-Ikhlas, Ayah 2, it says, Allahu Samad. But what if we can prove during today's live stream in front of all of you that this Samad was actually an idol, a pagan, old pagan Arab idol, an Arabian god, a stone idol, which Muhammad stole the name of and attributed it to Allah, and claiming that Allah is Samad in chapter 112, ayah 2. What if we can prove that? Does it make then perfect sense that Muhammad tried to tell us that he took all of these names of these existing Arabian idols and he attributed them to Allah, trying to use Tawheed, which is nothing but unification, Tawheed. I think Muhammad was high on Tawheed. He tried to unify all these existing pagan idols into one God. That's the meaning of Tawheed, unification. So for the last 1400 years, the Muslims have lied about the true meaning of Tawheed. It has nothing to do with oneness, because oneness in the Arabic language, is al-wahdaniyya. Wahdaniyya. So what is Tawheed? Unification. To unify more than one, actually two or more. Okay, at least two or more to become one. Okay, al-wahdaniyya. Tawheed is unification. Al-wahdaniyya is oneness. You see how they lie? Wahdaniyya, exactly. That's the meaning of oneness. So they lie about the meaning of Tawheed. So guys, what I want you to do, never ever accept that Tawheed means oneness or monotheism. They even lie about that one too, that it means monotheism. Never accept that. I see a lot of people who don't speak Arabic actually fall for the trap because they are using an Arabic term that you don't know much of or about against you in their debates with you. Tawheed means unification. That's it. Exactly. Let me say hello to our friends in the chat. Abla, how are you, sister? God bless you. Juliet Abraham, how are you, dear sister? God bless you. Many Burgers, what's up, baby? You're back, huh? God bless you. Reverson, one of our newer admins, welcome. Epi Frenzy, I'm not sure if there are more admins. I think I saw brother Phil Herrera hiding somewhere in the chat. Christian N is with us. Sister Lubianka, how are you, dear sister? Brother Christian N, how are you? God bless you. All of these beautiful brothers and sisters. Brother Phil present. What's up, baby? All of you guys, welcome. But guys, you know who you are. I can't mention all of your names. Forgive me, guys. People on TikTok, welcome. Hola, all of you guys. Forgive me, I cannot mention all of your names. Welcome. Be Apologetics. God bless you, brother. Guys, can you do me a favor? Can you subscribe to brother Be Apologetics here? He shares my videos and live shows on his YouTube channel. Please give him some love. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. He always shares my videos. God bless you, brother. Keep doing that. My videos are yours, okay? All of my videos are yours, guys. You can download my videos for free, but keep them for free. Do not charge people money. My work is for free. Keep it for free because the truth should be for free. Right, guys? All right. Before we actually start, okay, I ask you to join our Discord server for fellowship, brothers and sisters in Christ, for fellowship, but also to collect all the sources because we always share everything what we use, all the sources, all the receipts. we share it on our Discord server as well. You can find also the link not only on the screen as you see, but also in the description box, also on our About page on YouTube. So if you go back to my YouTube channel, for the people on TikTok who are new to our ministry, you can find my YouTube link, the link to my YouTube channel in the bio, in the profile. Okay, and it's not that hard. Just if you go to youtube.com or you have the app of YouTube on your phone, look for Rob Christian. You'll find me very easily. It's not that hard. Okay. Exactly, brother, Mr. Burgundy, you know. Let's share the good news about Christ and let's expose, as the Bible commands us to do, expose false teachers and teachings, right? The gospel commands us to expose false teachers and false cults. That's what we're doing. And then when we have exposed, for example, Islam in this case, we're going to share the gospel if people are open for it. Exactly. Good job. All right, guys. That's my Discord server. Let us pray first. Let us pray, because without the blessing of Christ, we're empty, we're nothing. Without Christ, we're nothing. We need Christ in our lives, guys. All of us. I need Christ. You need Christ. Everybody needs Christ in their life. How can you not love Jesus? So welcome, guys. At the name of Christ, every knee should bow in heaven, on earth, and under the earth, and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. This is what we can find in Philippians 2, 10 to 11, for example. And I also want to say to everyone, peace of Christ to all of you. Peace to everyone who loves peace, and there is no peace, says the Lord, for the wicked. Isaiah 48:22. Welcome, guys. Let us pray. باسم الاب والابن والروح القدس إله واحد آمين. بشيم أبو وابرو روح قديش وحاد الله الشرير آمين. That's in the Aramaic, the language of Christ. And Arabic, last but not least, in English we say, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, three persons, one God whom we worship. So let us pray, dear brothers and sisters. Lord, Ya Yeshua al-Masih, O beloved Jesus Christ, we pray to you, and we want to thank you for allowing us to gather in your name today on this very live stream, O Lord, to talk about the truth with our wonderful team of admins and our amazing audience and followers and subscribers. Yes, Lord, bless this live stream on TikTok and on YouTube, the internet connection, and everybody who's here listening and watching. Bless them, Lord. Also keep our families, our loved ones, and children safe. Protect them, Father, and bless them. Ya Yeshua al-Masih, O Jesus Christ, O King of Kings, O Lord of Lords. I also pray for the families of all the persecuted Christians out there on this planet. I also pray for the families of our brothers, our late brothers, Brother Charlie Kirk, and also Ashur Sarnaya, and all the persecuted and unalived Christians. For example, Christians that are being not only persecuted, but unalived, O Jesus Christ, in countries like Nigeria. And not many reports in the media are being mentioned about the poor victims of Islam in Nigeria, the Christians, Lord. Please, Lord, allow them to rest in your bosom. Please, Lord. And we pray for the family of these unalived Christians, O Lord. Please, Lord, comfort them. Lord, grant the Christians who died in your name eternal peace, eternal rest, O Lord. May their souls and the souls of all the departed Christian brethren rest in your peace, O Lord. I pray for all the persecuted Christians on this planet. Ya Yeshua al-Masih, Ya Yeshua al-Masih, Ya Rabbna, Ya Mukhallisna, O Savior of mankind, I pray to you and ask you to cleanse all of us with your holy blood and fill us with your Holy Spirit. Lord, please have mercy on us, because we are nothing but sinners. Lord, we need you in our lives. Purify us and please guide this very live session. Lord, shine your holy light on all of us, including the Muslims who might be here and listening. Our brothers and sisters in humanity, maybe they are here because they are in need of the truth. They know their imams and mashayikh, the shuyukh, they don't give them the right answers. They hide often many sources that we can find in their books, O Lord. So please, Lord, open their eyes and allow them to listen to what we have to say, O Lord. Please, Lord, open their eyes. Ya Yeshua al-Masih, draw these Muslims to your feet so they might know you, the real you, not the fake Isa of Islam. And everything we do is for your glory, O Son of God. You are the Father's heart. You are the love of the Spirit. Ya Yeshua, fill me with your Holy Spirit. Bless my throat and loosen my tongue today and guide me so I can speak the truth, nothing but the truth, al-haq, the truth, without any error or any shame, O Lord, and give us wisdom and courage to do whatever needs to be done. In your holy name, your name above all names, we pray. Amen. Amen. Welcome everybody. Speaking from Cave, Hira. We are live. We are back, baby. Let's go. All right. Welcome, guys. Yes, you heard correctly. We're live. Today's topic, Samad, a pagan idol. Remember in the beginning of the live show, guys. Again, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Muslims, non-Muslims, Christians, atheists, all of you are welcome to stay. But please tap the screen on TikTok for the algorithms. Smash the like button on YouTube. And we love the TikTok shop, but not too much. Yeah, let's start. Muslims claim that Allahus Samad, and they always go to Surah Al-Ikhlas, chapter 112, ayah 2. Allahus Samad. Allahus Samad with tajweed, right? But if we can prove that Samad was an existing pagan idol before Islam, if we can prove that today on this live stream, that means Allah, if Allah is that Samad, Allah must be that same idol that used to be worshipped by the pagan Meccan Arabs, the family of Muhammad, the tribe of Muhammad, and the rest of the pagan Arabs in the Arabic Peninsula or the Arabic, countryside. Is there any Muslim? Do we have any guests? We need Muslims to come up. If you disagree that Allah is an idol, if you disagree that Allah is an idol, then come up and convince me otherwise. You can change my mind right here, right now, Muslims. If you believe that Allah is not that pagan idol, you believe that Allah is the true God, come up and convince us. Change our minds, because I believe, and I can prove it, that Allah is that same pagan idol. Nothing changed. Oh, wow. Many Burgers, one of the admins, Many Burgers donated $100. Thank you, my friend. God bless you. I love you, brother. Thank you for the donation. We will spend it well for the ministry, for our equipment. Always approving our equipment. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right. Any Muslim? Is there any Muslim? No Muslims yet? Guys, we have some homework to do. Brothers and sisters on TikTok. Brothers and sisters on YouTube. Smash the like button. I don't want to say it all the time. Please, guys, I don't like to push you around. That's not why I'm here. But please, guys, unfortunately, we have to use the algorithms in our favor, right? Right. I hope it was different, but hey, this is social media. It's a business. These social media platforms, it's all about money, unfortunately. Hey, but the Bible tells us to be wise, to adapt, to be wise as snakes and harmless like doves. So that's what we need to do, to adapt and be wise, right? As the Bible commands us to do. All right. First, guys, a little bit off topic. I think this is important to also share with you before I move to the main topic. I find it difficult to hear from Muslims that supposedly Muhammad promised 10 of his companions, 10 of his Sahaba, right? Sahaba in the Arabic. When you hear the word Sahaba, it means his friends, his companions. Supposedly in an authentic hadith, Muhammad promised that 10 names of Sahaba, a list of 10 names, and this is the hadith on the screen here, which I find very problematic for our Muslim friends. This hadith that you see on the screen, guys, is nothing but a fabricated hadith. Much later, fabricated hadith, and I think it has to do with, the Shia and Sunni conflict. So the Sunnis, I believe, and I'm going to prove it, I believe that this hadith on the screen is a fabrication. Rob, why do you think that? So first, let's read the hadith. Look what it says. Jama' at-Tirmidhi 3747. And of course, they graded it as authentic. Sahih. Right? Authentic, as you see. Sahih. But I believe if Muslims are logical people, if they think that they are logical people, they think that they can use their brains, you have to agree with me that this hadith is fabricated. What do you mean, Rob, fabricated? Why? Is there any Muslim? Is there any Muslim who can convince me otherwise? Who can prove me wrong? Because I have to conclude, after I'm about to show you, that this hadith is fabricated. Why? Look. The Messenger of Allah said, so who's talking? Momo. Momo said. Okay? Momo said. Muhammad said. Okay? Abu Bakr is in paradise. Omar is in paradise. I thought Muhammad is going to be the first one in paradise. But anyway, so I already see the first problem already. How can they be in paradise if Muhammad did not even set a foot in paradise? So are you saying that they are going to be before Muhammad in paradise? Just problematic. And the rest of these other companions of Muhammad, as you see on the screen. All of them. So this is a list of 10 people supposedly that will go to Jannah. Okay? But hold on.
Emotional damage.
Hold on. Why, Rob? Because if we go to the Quran, brothers and sisters, if we go to chapter 46, ayah 9, to this ayah here on the screen, we read that Allah commands Muhammad to say, go tell your companions. So who's talking to? Allah is talking to Muhammad, supposedly. Allah is talking to Muhammad to say, Qul, say. This is a little bit funny translation, but you get the idea. Say to your Sahaba, to your companions, I am not the first of the messengers, and I, Muhammad, so Allah commands Muhammad to say, and I do not know what shall be done with me or with you. Wait, what? I follow only what is revealed to me, and I'm nothing but a plain warner. So Muhammad is nothing but a warner, nothing more, nothing less. He only came to warn, and he himself doesn't know what Allah will do to him. I don't know. Ma adri. Muhammad is commanded to say, wa ma adri. I don't know. Here are the Arabic words. Wa ma adri. Wa ma adri. I don't know. So if Muhammad doesn't know, and he's commanded to say to the Muslims in the 7th century that he doesn't know what will happen to him, hell or paradise, then how is he in this so-called authentic hadith on the screen, how is he promising 10 people, how is he guarantee them paradise? That doesn't make sense. Are you saying that Muhammad doesn't know, but he can guarantee other people Jannah? How does that work? Isn't that a huge contradiction, Muslims? Any Muslim? It is sahih. People who are saying it's not sahih, it is sahih. Look, I think you're blind, brother. Brother, you need to go see a doctor. So they immigrated as sahih on a screen. What do you mean it's not sahih? Are you okay, bro? The person who says it's not sahih. Are you okay, bro? Muslims, you don't know your religion. Clearly, you don't know your religion. And it's embarrassing that a kafir, you call us kuffar, a kafir, singular, a disbeliever, needs to teach you your religion. Unbelievable, man. So the hadith is very authentic, but it's fabricated. I believe that the Sunnis fabricated this hadith because, the Sunnis and the Shia, it's always Shia versus Sunni. Shia claim that they are followers of Ahlul Bayt, Ali and his sons, let's say, and the Imams. And the Sunnis, they don't follow the Shia, so it's a political fabrication because of politics and power. So many hadith were actually fabricated, and this is one of them. Because how does it make sense? How is this logical that Muhammad is commanded to say, I don't know? And guess what? It's also in the hadith. Watch. So not only in chapter 46, ayah 69, is Muhammad commanded to say, I don't know. Allah commands him to say, you don't know. But also in the hadith too. Here, let me give you this hadith too. It's a bit lengthy hadith and it's in Bukhari. So guys, combine all of these sources that I'm giving you. So Muhammad, guys, doesn't know hell or paradise. And here is also the proof from Bukhari. Watch. A bit lengthy hadith. It's talking about, that there's someone died. It's a very long hadith, but someone died. And then, look what it says here. So this Uthman, don't confuse him with Caliph Uthman. There's a guy called Uthman. He fell ill and he died. Okay. Then Muhammad came and I addressing the dead body. So they were busy with the dead body of Uthman, right? This guy called Uthman. Okay. And the narrator says, I said, O Abu As-Sa'ib, may Allah's mercy be upon you. I bear witness that Allah has honored you. Allah has honored you. What? How did Allah honor it? Supposedly with Jannah, right? On that the Prophet said, now look at the response of Muhammad. What did Muhammad say? How do you know? How dare you? Muhammad says, how dare you? How do you know that Allah has honored him? Boom, 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 boom. I replied, I do not know. So the guy is talking out of his anus. May my father and my mother be sacrificed for you, O Ya Rasulallah. So this guy, is coming clean that he is fabricating stuff. And the hadith continues. But who is else worthy of it if not Uthman? So he's questioning. This Uthman was a very pious man. Very good Muslim brother. He said, though I am the apostle, so Muhammad, here is Muhammad talking. Momo said, by Allah, that though I am Muhammad, I am Allah's messenger, yet I do not know what Allah will do to me. Boom! One more time. So not only in the Quran, but in the hadith, it's repeated that Muhammad says, I don't know, ma adri, ma yuf'alu bi. I don't know what will happen to me or with you. By Allah, I will never assert piety of anyone after him. That made me sad, and to the rest of the hadith. So guys, if Muhammad doesn't know, why am I bringing this up? If Muhammad doesn't know, and Allah commands him in the Quran to say, I don't know what will happen to me or with you. And it's repeated in Bukhari as well. Then how is the following hadith not a fabricated hadith? In Jami' al-Tirmidhi, the hadith that we discussed about the so-called 10 people who are guaranteed Jannah, or the Islamic brothel of Allah, paradise supposedly. Any Muslim? You see how your sources are nothing but either corruption, either fabrication, and you're left with nothing. And didn't the Sahaba on top of that, didn't the Sahaba unalive each other left, right, and center? Huh? Muslims unaliving each other left, right, and center? Immediately after the death of Muhammad? Didn't Khalid ibn Walid, did he not unalive Muslims? Oof. This is the bloodthirsty legacy of Muhammad after his death. Even the Muslims going at each other's throat. Guys, there were two main battles after the death of Muhammad. The Battle of Siffin and the Battle of the Camel, right? The Battle of the Camel and the Battle of Siffin. Around 100,000 Muslims died. Muslims unaliving Muslims. Immediately after the death of Muhammad. Muslims unaliving Muslims. Crazy. Imagine if, let's say, Peter would have went and unalived Paul, or Paul would have unalived John, or John would have unalived Luke, or you get the idea. What would the Muslims have said about us? But these are the Sahaba, the early Muslims who unalived each other left, right, and center. Ali unaliving Talha, Ali unaliving this, Aisha waging war against Ali, the cousin of Muhammad. The bloodthirsty, the black page, the legacy of Muhammad. We know it. So that's what I wanted to share with you. A bit off topic. I know, guys, forgive me. But very important. Okay? Very important. So let us go back to the main topic. And they call them the best generation of Muslims. Exactly, Alex. The Quran calls the Muslims the best people, and Muhammad said the best three generations, the best Muslims are the three first generations. They call them as-Salaf as-Salihin, short for as-Salaf, the early Muslims, right? As-Salaf. But these Salaf, they unalived each other, they spilled each other's blood as if they are butchering chicken like, KFC or whatnot, Funny, man, that these people think that they follow the religion of truth. It doesn't say that, Rob.
Emotional, damn it!
Unbelievable. Exactly my thought, Brother Iverson. More like al-sifla. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the people who are spilling blood, and then they say, these early Muslims, may Allah be pleased with them. We know that they are butcherers, and we know that they are nothing but murderers, bloodthirsty people. But may Allah, the idol, the pagan idol Allah, may Allah be pleased with these murderers and bloodthirsty unalivers. You get the idea. Smash the like button, guys. Please smash that like button on YouTube. Tap the screen. Continue tapping the screen, guys. Invite. Use the arrow key, please. Do what you got to do for the algorithms. Because, Muslims are now slowly flagging the live stream, because that's the only thing they can do. Because they have nothing. They cannot debate. They cannot win an argument. They can only try to take your live streams down. So, guys, people, we have a job to do. All right, the actual topic of today. Okay, the actual topic of today. As I explained in the beginning, the meaning of Tawheed, unification, to unify all the existing idols as one idol, Allah. That's the meaning of Tawheed. That's the true meaning of Tawheed, unification, to unify all these pagan gods into one God. It does not mean oneness. Oneness in the Arabic language is al-wahdaniyah. Unification, Tawheed. Okay, you get the idea. Can you put it one more time in the chat, guys? Al-wahdaniyah, the difference between al-wahdaniyah and Tawheed. One more time. God bless you, guys. God bless you, admins. God bless you, everyone. Let us actually now start. All right. And we see even in the Quran what the meaning is. Watch. If we go to chapter 38, chapter 38 of the Quran, Surah As-Sad. This chapter, guys, is literally one letter, Sad. Do you see here on top? Imagine that a chapter is called Sad. Why Sad? Allahu Alam. One letter, that's the name of the chapter. Sad. Okay? The one letter, brother. Makes sense. The many chapters have names of animals, Al-Baqarah, the spider, al-ankabut, spider, many funny names for chapters. And by the way, which is nothing but awkwardness. Why? Because they even changed many of the names. For example, Surah At-Tawbah, chapter 9, used to be called Surah Al-Bara. They changed it to At-Tawbah. Off topic, I know, but guys, problematic. Why would you change the name of a chapter? But anyway, look, let's read the ayah. Let's read the ayah. And they marveled that a warner, meaning Momo, Muhammad, this is Muhammad supposedly, a warner. Remember, Muhammad said, I'm nothing but a warner. I did not come to do miracles. Muhammad did not perform any miracles. And I challenge any Muslim to show me how Muhammad performed miracles. Then you have to go against your Quran, because the Quran says Muhammad had no miracles. He's nothing but a warner. And they marveled that a warner has to come to them. Who's the them, guys? Who is the them? Anyone knows in context? The pagans, right? So in context, this is about the pagans, the family of Muhammad, the Quraysh of Mecca. Okay, the pagans, them. From among them, so Muhammad is from the pagans. So you see, guys, Muhammad is a pagan son of pagans. The ayah makes it very clear. The disbeliever said, the pagan disbeliever said, this is a lying magician. So they even call him out, and they call him a kadhab, a liar. Here's the word kadhab, a liar, a magician. Muhammad is a big fat liar. That's what they used to call him. Muhammad is an ear. Muhammad used to steal asatir al-awwaleen, the ancient tales, the fairy tales, and claim that he's receiving wahi. This is wahi from Allah, brother. Through Jibreel, brother. He squeezed me in Cave Hira. Brother.
Emotional damage.
He kept forcing me to read, and I said, I cannot read, and you get the idea, right? And he kept squeezing me as if, ketchup. Maybe Jibreel wanted some ketchup, and some hummus on the side. I don't know, man. Idri, some hummus, make him hummus. Keep squeezing me, Ya Rasulullah. But anyway, you get the idea. And the next ayah, watch this. In the next ayah, ayah 5, it says, did Momo turn all the gods into one God? This is something strange. This is something strange. Momo wants to turn all our gods, all our pagan Arab idols, into one God? That's the meaning of Tawheed. Unification. Did you catch it? Perfectly explained on the screen. That's the meaning of Tawheed.
Emotional damage.
Did you catch it? Do you see how easy it is, guys? Just a little bit of research and you get the idea. Let's see. I think we have a Muslim. Let's see. If we're lucky, we have a Muslim. Hello? Hello? What happened, buddy? Oh, he's not there anymore. I thought I'm lucky I have a customer, but there's no customer, brother. Why no customer, brother? Allahu A'lam. No customers? Come on, man. Phone lines are open. You can join our Discord server. Everything, Come on, man. We like to have a conversation, man. Come. Maybe you are lucky. Hold on. Hello? Abdul Rahman? Welcome.
Hey.
Hello, welcome.
How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. What about you?
I'm fine.
I'm
just gonna... Yeah, I have some questions to make.
Just hold on. You're a Sunni Muslim, my friend?
No, I'm Mu'tazilite.
You're a Mu'tazili.
Mu'tazili.
Yes. Okay, welcome. Go ahead.
Hey.
Didn't we speak before? I think we spoke before.
No, I'm new here.
You're new, okay. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead. So before, because many people don't know what a Mu'tazilite is, you're a type
Yeah.
of Muslim, and they persecuted you later in the 8th century. They persecuted the Mu'tazilite. Actually, the Mu'tazilite were at that time in power. And the Mu'tazilite, you believe that the Quran is created, unlike the Muslims of today, specifically the Sunni Muslims who say that the Quran is uncreated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you believe that the Quran is created. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, I want to make some questions since you think the Quran isn't a book from God, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have some ayahs, verses I want to read, and you may just tell me
which
how.
chapter, my friend? Which chapter?
What?
Which chapter you want to go to?
Okay. Surah Ar-Ra'd, verse 12.
Surah Al-Ra'd,
Yes.
verse 12. By the way, do you take the Sunnah? Do you take the Hadith?
No.
You don't take Hadith, so you're basically a Quran-only Mu'tazili?
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
Okay. Do you take tafsir?
Not very much. Not all.
How do you interpret the Quran?
Using language, Arabic language. Okay, that's mainly, and logic
And logic. Okay. So you're all about
and
philosophy.
Context. Yeah. Yeah.
You're all about philosophy. Do you use your own personal logic then to interpret the verses?
Well, not my personal logic. I look at the verses, I look at the context, and I use the
So it
origins
is
of
your
the
personal
language.
logic. You don't use
very much,
scholars.
yeah.
So it's your own
No,
personal
I don't.
interpretation.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. What do you want to say about chapter 13, ayah 12?
Okay. This verse.
Mhm.
He is the one who shows you lightning, inspiring you with hope and fear, and produces heavy clouds.
So?
Is the verse clear here? Okay. So my question here: how could a false prophet, as you say, write a book and make some scientific claims, and by
Scientific
coincidence?
claims? Hold on. What do you mean scientific claims?
Yeah. Here, the verse shows that Allah says, and produces heavy clouds. Okay.
Yeah.
If we look at scientific, I could send you the links. Actually, clouds, we have discovered lately that clouds actually have weight. They weigh about like a million pounds.
What's your point, my friend?
My point here is actually that Quran have made many claims, scientific claims, that nobody knew back then. So how could a book like written in a desert by a false prophet, as you say, how would that book have many scientific claims that are all by coincidence right, as you say? Like,
You're done?
we have this, we have many others. Yeah,
I heard you. Okay. First of all, when did Muhammad live according to you? In what time? What period?
This again, sorry.
In what period, according to you, because you're a Quran-only Muslim, supposedly who's a Mu'tazilite, in what century did Muhammad live? Hello? Hello?
Well, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So in what century did Muhammad live?
Well, I'm not very sure about the 5th or 6th.
So how can you make
right,
such a
century.
claim, my friend? How can you say, if you don't know, because you don't go by scholars, you don't go by Muslim historians, you reject everything and everyone, and you take your own personal interpretation. Where in the Quran, can you find me the ayah where in the Quran it says Muhammad lived, let's say, in the 2nd century or in the 7th century? Because you're asking me, how can this Quran be produced by someone who lived a long time ago and knowing about heavy clouds? But how are you going to say that? How can you going to make a claim if you don't even know who wrote the Quran? You cannot show me who wrote the Quran, who compiled the Quran. Where in the Quran does it speak? Let me finish, brother. Where in the Quran do we find an ayah that says this Quran contains 114 chapters it's written in, let's say, in the 6th or 7th century, how can you make such a claim, brother, if you don't even know where this Quran comes from? Do you know where this Quran comes
Actually,
from?
we have. Okay, actually, here we are looking at the history, brother. We're not like making
Okay,
claims
give me some
out
proof.
of nothing.
Show me from the Quran that this Quran, let's say, is written in the 7th century. Show me where in the Quran says that this Quran contains 114 chapters. Show me in the Quran where it's talking about all of these different qira'at, different readings of the Quran, because we have the Hafs, we have the Qalun, we have the Warsh, all of them are different.
Yeah.
Do you see what you just did? As a Quran-only Muslim, brother, you're in trouble because
Actually,
you cannot
this is
tell
not
me
my-
even who
actually-
Muhammad is. Who is Muhammad? Who are the parents of Muhammad? You can't show me.
Actually, we have some writings and some books.
So you
book,
do
I
take
may
other
say,
books.
talking about Muhammad.
Hold
Yes,
on.
I
So
take
you
from
do
history.
take
I
other
don't
books.
take
Do you
other
see the
books.
hypocrisy now, brother?
I'm speaking about history now. I'm not speaking
But
about
you don't take
scholars'
other
views.
books. You said it in the beginning.
don't-
Everybody heard you. It's
I
recorded.
said I don't take views. I take facts, brother.
You
I
said
don't take
you
views
don't
as,
take
as
books.
tafsir or because I didn't say I don't take books.
What
said I
books
don't
are you
take
talking
Islamic
about?
books
What
as
are you talking
views.
about then? Where do you get your information from about Muhammad? Or about
Well,
the
actually,
Quran?
I don't have the source myself, but you could
So you
very
do-
much do your research. Yeah,
So you do take other sources. You do. So why did you lie
as
to me in
facts,
the beginning?
as history.
Okay, so
not
if
taking-
you're
I
a
said- I
Quran
only
only
said I don't
Muslim,
take-
hold on, brother.
Yeah,
If you are a Quran only Mutazilite Muslim who believes that the Quran is created, as you said earlier, and you said you're a Quran only and you use your own personal tafsir, your own personal interpretation to interpret the ayahs that you read, how are you going
Yeah.
to outside sources if you reject them?
I don't reject all sources. I didn't say this.
So you
I said
cherry
that
pick,
I don't
that makes
take.
sense?
I don't take views. I only don't take views. Scholars have views.
Okay.
They are mostly wrong.
Okay,
I
where
didn't
do you
say-
get your
I didn't say I
information from that Muhammad lived in the 7th century? Where?
don't. Tawatur. Do you believe in tawatur?
Tawatur, what
As Yusuf
tawatur?
said.
What tawatur?
So how do you know? How do we know? Like the Roman Empire existed?
What tawatur?
May you-
And you're
may you-
repeating some
What do you mean, what's
someone,
tawatur?
hold on. Brother.
He's my friend. As may you-
Abdurrahman.
Can we?
Don't
add Yusuf
insult.
to the call,
Hold
please?
on. Don't insult my intelligence because I can see everything and I can see everything. Don't insult my intelligence. Yes, I'm talking to you, but I'm more all-knowing than Allah Himself. Please don't insult my intelligence. My name is Rob Kushin, and I am Islam's worst nightmare. So you should know that. So when you come up, you should be prepared
Actually,
when
I
you're
made
going to face
I
me
made
in
a
the debate.
point here. I made a point here. You're not answering the question. I asked a
But brother,
question
you're
about the
repeating
verse
what
in
your
the
friend
Quran.
is saying in the chat. He's helping you. I'm seeing it. I'm all seeing more than
because
Allah.
Okay, first of all, let's not disrespect each other's
I'm not
beliefs here.
disrespecting, but you're insulting my
Yeah.
intelligence and you're repeating what you
I'm not
just
insulting you,
heard
but-
from your friend in the chat. He's helping you.
Actually, here I made a point.
Yusuf,
I
why are
made
you
a
helping
question.
him, Yusuf? Yusuf, why you're
He is with
helping him?
me. He is with me. We raise our hands. We think
So you are two. Okay.
with each other.
Tawheed,
Yeah, we're two. Please.
Unification. So you're two, which makes sense, Tawheed. But my friend, hold on. You said you reject outside sources. You are Quran only. Now you are
I didn't say
you are
all
not a
outside
Quran only
sources.
anymore.
Please, no. I do not reject history, brother. Please.
You don't
You're not making-
reject
you're
history.
not
What
making-
history are you talking about? What history?
The facts.
What
I don't
facts?
reject
Be
tawatur.
more specific.
I don't reject
But about
tawatur.
facts.
Tawatur.
What facts? What tawatur? What facts?
What do you mean? What facts? I
What
asked a question
facts
about a
are
verse in the
you
Quran.
referring
Yeah.
to, brother? What
Please,
facts
please,
do you?
please.
Abdurrahman,
Let's
hold on.
not-
Abdurrahman, hold on.
Yeah, please,
What
Rob
facts
Christian.
do you
I'm making
check?
a point here.
What facts do you check? Because if you truly did fact check, then you should know that there are Greek, for example, Greek ancient scientists who already told us what the Quran is telling about scientific miracles. And they
Okay,
are, by the way, they were mistaken.
A nice point.
For example,
Because
let me
these
finish, brother.
scientists-
I didn't finish.
Please,
I didn't
Let me
finish.
say something.
Let me finish,
Okay,
brother.
you
Let
may,
me finish.
You may finish.
For example, if you go to chapter 23, look, you go to chapter 23, ayah 14, the Quran is all over the place and it's wrong. Why? Because your Prophet Muhammad, that you don't know much about it since you're a Quran-only Muslim. Your Prophet directly stole the ayah on the screen, this ayah here that you see on the screen. He stole it directly from Aristotle and Galen, and specifically Galen. Did you know that?
Actually,
And Galen,
this
let me
is not my
finish.
point.
Galen was
100%.
wrong.
You may.
Galen was wrong, and your Prophet copied Prophet Galen, alayhi salam, peace be upon him. Galen.
May
Did
you
know
say
that?
what this ayah is wrong about? Please.
For example, brother, do you believe that you are blood, dead blood?
Dead blood.
Yes.
Blood.
Do you believe that you're dead
What do
blood?
you mean by this?
Look what the ayah says. Let's read it very, very
Let's
carefully.
read the ayah.
Then we made sperm, false translation, it should be semen. Nutfa, and nutfa is semen. So this is, should say semen. Let me type it out. You know, if you know Arabic, you should know that semen is
I
a
know
drop.
Arabic, yeah.
Is drop of semen, nutfa, not sperm. Sperm is inside semen. Then we made the semen into a clot. Now pay attention. Semen becomes what? Dried dead blood. Do you believe that you are in the womb of your mother, you are dried up dead blood? Yes or no?
Well, this is not what the ayah says. But
Yes, it does. Look. ثُمَّ خَلَقْنَا النُّطْفَةَ عَلَقَةً.
Yes.
Alaqa means congealed dead blood. Dead blood. You're dead blood. You're a zombie. You're dead. In the womb of your mother.
It
So
doesn't
hold
mean
on.
dead.
So you have living tissue, which is semen.
Alaqa.
Let me finish, brother. So first you are semen. First you are semen. Second stage is you are a clot of congealed blood. So you become dead. And then after you being dead, you are alive again. You are a lump of flesh. So we have, hold on. We have 1, 2, and 3. So you become, so first you're alive, then you're dead, and then you're alive again. How does that work?
May I read the verse, please?
Alaqa. Yes,
Okay.
read it. It's on the screen.
It means in Arabic, it means a blood clot, right?
Yes, dead
Okay.
blood. Blood clot is dead blood. You know what? Hold on. You know what happens if you're a blood clot in the womb of your mother? You know what that means?
Yeah.
Wait, okay.
What
So
does
you
it
said, yeah. What does it mean if you're a blood clot in the
I'm
veins of
asking,
your mother?
yeah, what does it mean? You're making a point. here.
Your mother, her life is in danger. You are if you have to follow the Quran and you have to follow this ayah, which is according to you from Allah, the perfect God of Islam, you have then to believe that you are a very serious danger to your mother when you are a fetus, or let's say you're not even a fetus yet. You are nothing but dead blood in the veins of your mother. Your mother could die from you because when you have a blood clot in your body, in this case the pregnant woman, if she has a if you are in her and you are nothing but a blood clot according to Allah, your mother is in danger, brother, if you have to believe in the words of Allah. Do you agree?
Actually, no, because you're like taking things out of context here.
Okay, what is
The ayah here.
okay?
The ayah
How am I taking things out of context when you and I know what blood clots are? What are blood clots? Are they very dangerous for someone's body? Yes or no?
Why does it make it dangerous for someone?
When blood thickens, let me tell you why it's dangerous. When
Yeah, I
blood
know
thickens,
it. When
let me
blood
finish,
thickens, I know this all. Yeah.
blood clots occur when blood thickens. When blood thickens in veins, what does that mean? What is that? Something good or bad for your body?
Well, according to where it happened in someone's body.
So when blood thickens because of blood clots and they are blocking blood veins, the veins that, where blood runs through. If it's blocking your blood veins, are you in serious danger? Yes or no?
Blood veins, not a womb. And scientifically,
where does
yes,
blood
a
go
baby
through?
Wait.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Blood, my friend.
Yes.
Through what is blood going through?
Veins.
Veins.
But he's
So
not
if
talking
we
about
have
veins here.
if we
That's
have
the baby himself in the womb.
if we have blood clots inside veins that are blocking veins. Is your body, are you in serious danger? Yes or no? Answer, please. If you are
No.
honest, you have to be to say yes. If you're
Actually,
dishonest,
no, because
if
it's
you're a
not in the
deceiver,
veins. The blood
say
is
no.
not clotting in the veins. Please, brother, you're not making a point here.
I am making a huge
Scientifically,
point.
a
According to
baby is
Allah, you're
being-
dead. In this stage, in
Actually,
stage
no.
number 2,
It
you're
doesn't say
dead.
dead. It doesn't say dead. You're not reading it.
Is a blood
Rightly.
clot, is a dead blood, yes or no? Answer. You did not even answer one question till
no,
now.
mate.
So answer the question.
Yeah,
Is a
okay.
blood clot dead blood, yes or no? Let me type it out. You see, I think you're blind.
Not dead.
Is
not dead.
a
We're blood,
blood
but not dead. Not dead.
clot dead?
Can we please, please, Rob? Can we please stop changing the
Brother,
the
please,
main-
man, answer the question.
Yeah, I answered it
Is
already.
dam jamid, as we say in Arabic, is
it's
an
not dead.
alaqa, dam jamid, a blood clot, is it dead or is it alive?
It's not dead.
Prove it.
Prove it. You prove it. You made a point.
You
Prove it
said
that
it's not,
dead.
so that means you have to prove it.
No, you made the point, bro.
You said no, so please provide evidence. You said
You
it's not
provide
dead.
evidence. You can. This is a.
So prove me
Please,
wrong,
brother, this is
because
a-
I say yes, you say no. So since now the burden of proof is on you.
Yeah.
You said no, so now I want you to prove it. You said that the blood
I
clot
can
is
prove it
not
because
dead
the
blood.
ayah, because the ayah does not say it's dead. That's not my proof. Okay. So
Since
you
the
now
ayah
prove
didn't
that it
say
is-
that, that
Yeah,
means
the
it's
ayah
not.
doesn't. Yeah.
Brother,
Here
I
you're,
told you to
you're
stop
referring to the
insulting
ayah here.
anybody's intelligence. You're insulting my intelligence, brother. Don't do that.
Brother, you are referring to the ayah. So why do you take out
So
of
when
the ayah?
Allah
You're taking-
speaks of blood
Yeah.
clots, and we know that blood clots are frozen dead blood.
Yes.
According to Allah, then, since you are a blood clot, you must be dead.
Right.
Do you believe that you're a zombie in the womb of your mother, brother?
No, I don't believe that I'm a zombie in my
Well,
mother's womb.
okay, then you don't believe in Allah's words. You're a kafir, a murtad, wal-iyadu billah. You're a
Well,
kafir.
I don't get
You're not a
your,
Muslim
your
anymore.
point here. Do you mean like, is it like scientifically wrong? Because it is right.
Yes, the
We are
Quran is
blood
all over the
clots.
place and it's
Yes.
wrong.
How is it wrong? Scientifically or factually?
You
or-
just said
Well-
that you believe in the Quran, and you
Yes.
cannot provide evidence that blood clots are not dead blood, because go to any scientist,
Okay, even-
all of
even if it
finish,
is.
all of the scientists will agree with me that a blood clot is blood that is frozen. It's dead it's dead cells that are blocking veins. And that's why your body is
Okay,
immediately
even
in
if I'm dead,
danger.
because
Let me
I'm
finish.
not alive yet.
Let me
Yeah,
finish,
yeah. Okay,
brother,
go ahead,
please.
go
I'm
ahead.
answering your question.
Go
Let me
ahead,
finish.
go
You gotta learn to let people finish. So
Okay.
when a blood clot is blocking your veins where blood goes through, your life is in danger. But if you listen to Allah, you have to throw science under the bus. But you came up with the science facts. But the scientific facts, even the Muslims like Ali Dawa will confirm, and they did, and I did videos about it. He confirmed that all the scientific claims or miracles in the Quran are now debunked. All of them.
How are they debunked?
This one on the screen, for example. If we continue reading, forget
Yeah,
about
for
the blood
example.
clots. If we continue reading,
Yes.
same ayah. If I remove what is on the screen. Look, brother,
Okay.
do you agree? Let me
Please,
finish.
can I say something? Can I say
Yeah,
something?
sure,
please?
sure. But let me read,
I
finish
made
the
you
ayah.
talk. I made you talk. I made you
But
talk.
let me finish the
Let's
ayah.
finish
Let
it
me
later.
finish the
Let's
ayah.
finish it later. Let's finish
No,
it
no,
later.
no,
Because I came here to make a point. You're not making me make the point. Please.
Can we finish the ayah first?
No, we can't finish the ayah first
Why?
because I'm here
Because
to make
I'm
a point.
showing you
You're not
another
making me
mistake.
talk.
Watch.
You're not making me talk. You're not making me talk. I came here to make a point, sir. I'm not
you
here to
you came
discuss
with
this
science.
ayah. I'm
You
here
came
to
with
discuss-
science. I'm
Well,
using science against you in your Quran.
Use science because this ayah has nothing scientifically wrong. But here,
Yes,
my point
okay,
is,
do you
I'm talking
believe-
about other
okay,
ayahs.
hold on.
I'm here to make another point.
No.
Rob Christian,
No,
please
no.
make-
No,
you're not
you
making
gotta
me
let
talk.
me
You're not
finish.
making
You're
me
gonna
talk.
let me finish.
You're not making.
finishing.
You're not making
look,
me
guys.
talk.
Look.
You finished. You finished your point.
No. Then we made out of that lump bones and we clothe the bones with flesh. Which scientist, which embryologist agrees with this? This is a mistake because Hello? When you are in this embryonic stage, bones and flesh develop simultaneously. So again, the Quran is wrong. Let me unmute you because you spoke over me. Go ahead, address it.
Yeah,
The
because
whole
you
ayah is
don't
a
let me
disaster.
talk. I didn't talk anything here. You're just making all the talking right now. I didn't
Can
make my point.
address?
Can I make my point first,
Go
please?
ahead.
Because you took us off topic. Okay.
But
My point here,
either you're going to
the ayah,
disagree with
the
Allah or
verse,
science. Which one? You
I'm
brought
not
up science
disagreeing
on
with
yourself
Allah.
in your Quran.
Yeah, because you didn't say anything about the ayah. You brought another ayah, which
No,
took
same
us
ayah.
off
No,
topic.
same ayah. We're still on chapter 23, 14. Don't lie. You see, this is what I don't like about Muslims like you. By the way, you're not even a Muslim.
I said
To the majority of Muslims, you're a kafir
I said Surah
because you are a
Al-Ra'd, verse
mutazilite.
12.
You believe that the Quran is created, which is disaster.
That's according to you, brother. That's according to
But
Salafis.
brother,
That's not
why
according
do
to
you
Allah.
follow a God? Let me finish, brother. Why do you follow God? Why do
You're
you
taking
worship
us
a
off
God
topic.
who is wrong about science? Why?
This is not a conversation, brother. We couldn't You're not making me talk.
No,
Not making me
I'm not forcing you to
addressing
stay
anything.
here.
I came here.
You
yeah,
see,
yeah, yeah, because
I'm
you're not.
asking you questions. You're not answering
can't-
any question, and you're
I
lying
came here
to
with
my
a verse
face.
because you took me off topic. I came here with an ayah. You're not making me address the ayah or say anything about the ayah. You made all the talking.
You're lying again.
So
You know
please,
why? Let me.
No,
No.
everybody.
You're
in
lying again because we discussed that, and I told you that your prophet, who you don't know anything about because you're rejecting outside sources, then suddenly you are not a Quran only Muslim again. So first you said yes, I'm a Quran only Muslim. By the way, it's recorded, so you cannot take it back. Then suddenly you do take tafasir, you do take outside sources. So suddenly you're not a Quran only Muslim and Mutazilite anymore. That's the effect that I have on people, guys. For some reason, Muslims change their religion on the call every couple of seconds. First they are Quran only, then they are not Quran only. I asked him a couple times, how do you interpret the verses? He said, by using logic, my own personal interpretation. Now he's going to outside sources. Then when we talked about the ayah that he presented, I told him, ancient Greek scientists knew about heavy clouds. If you don't believe me, ask ChatGPT, peace be upon him, and he will tell you that there are ancient scientists before Muhammad, before Islam was created in the 7th century, that know about heavy clouds. So your prophet must have heard it, and he included it in the Quran. And that's why the people used to confront him and say to him, you're a liar. We know about this. These are the ancient tales. We know about this. You're not telling us anything new. So let me unmute you. Yes, we address the ayah, and you have to deal with the disasters in the Quran because your Quran is all over the place. Because science tells us, when it comes to embryonic tissue, science tells us that the mesoderm, which is the red colored layer here on the screen, is responsible for forming tissues such as flesh and bones. This layer develops flesh and bones simultaneously at the same time. What did the Quran say? The Quran said in the ayah that flesh grows as a jacket around the bones. You see it? So after flesh, afterwards the flesh clothes the bones, which is a mistake. The whole ayah is messed up. Let me unmute you and address what I just said. I will unmute you. Stay on topic.
So if you're not gonna make me talk,
No, you're speaking over me and you're lying about me.
How is this?
Don't
Because
do
you didn't make me. Can I? Okay. I'm gonna address everything you said, but please leave me to talk. Okay? May
Pinky
I talk,
promise?
please?
Pinky promise?
Pinky promise. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
go.
gonna say everything. Okay. First of all, I came here. You asked me a question. I'm a Mu'tazilite. I don't take from Sunnah. I don't take outer information as scholars' views on ayahs, on Sunnah, on everything. I didn't say I don't take everything. I didn't say I don't take tawatur. I didn't say I don't take history. I didn't say I don't take any facts. I only said I don't take Sunnah. I don't take scholars' views on some things, on some topics. And I said, I gave you an ayah, a verse, and I have many a lot. The verse said that Allah creates heavy clouds.
Which
Now,
is stolen
this
from
fact,
previous people.
yeah,
Go ahead.
okay, you may say.
No,
but
not may
why
say.
didn't the
This is
Quran-
known facts.
Okay,
Do you
Yeah, it's a
agree? Do
fact,
you agree
okay.
that scientists,
Yes, I agree.
all
I
scientists
agree.
knew about heavy clouds? Yes or no?
I agree. Yes.
Okay,
I
so
agree. Yes.
so it's
Can I
not a
talk?
miracle.
Can I
Now
talk?
continue. We moved
Okay.
from that.
Yeah.
We just debunked
Okay.
that. So continue.
Let me make. Okay. The second thing I want to say is why Quran, if you may answer this, why Quran didn't take the false the false things that these scientists say. Like, there's many scientists who said a lot of things, and like 90%, 80, 70% of their sayings are all wrong. So why Quran only took the right things, only said the
Wrong
right
things on the
on-
screen.
and scientifically, this ayah, this ayah, which one? Al-Mu'minun, verse 23, as I
No,
can see here.
chapter 23, verse 14. You don't even know your
Oh
problem.
yeah, okay, verse
Yeah.
14. Yeah, I'm not a hafiz, brother. I never said I did.
It's on the screen.
Okay. This ayah scientifically has nothing wrong. Your point here.
Okay.
Okay. Your
Can
point
I
here
address
is
what you
I
just
know-
said? Can you give me also?
Okay,
you see,
let me
I'm-
finish. Let me finish. You can talk
you
after
said
me,
it's
please.
not wrong. When you make a claim, brother, you should give someone the chance
Okay,
to refute
you can talk after me, please. You can take after me. You can talk after me.
Okay, before
please.
I talk after you, you said it's not wrong. Do you believe that
Start talking
Allah
again.
created the bones and then the bones are created or covered with flesh like a jacket? Do you believe that? Do you believe that science says that?
Yes, bones are created.
Okay, so guys,
before,
according to him, you heard him. According to him,
That's
if he
according to
believes
science.
Allah,
Bro. That's
let me
according
finish.
to science.
Let me finish. According to Allah, if you believe what Allah says, you look like this in the womb of your mother. You agree?
Well, that's not scientifically. You can like, please. That's not a scientific photo. That's nothing.
Sorry, yeah, I can't help myself. But
What's your point here?
brother,
Like,
since you
scientifically,
believe
you-
Allah, let me finish.
Yeah.
All jokes aside,
Let
if
me
you
finish.
believe in
Let
Allah,
me finish, please.
no, you
You're making
said
jokes here
you said there is no
mid-conversation,
issue,
please.
brother. When you make a claim, you should allow me to refute you and put you in your place, like I'm putting Allah in his
Well, I
place.
didn't finish. I didn't finish to refute
I don't care
me.
if you didn't finish. When you make
What
a
do you mean
claim,
you-
a harsh claim like this, you should allow me to. Let us have a back and forth. Okay, this is not a ad hoc or whatever you want to call it. I'm giving you a platform, so let's have back and forth. You said there's no issue with the ayah, but according to Allah, at this stage, let's say your mother, when you were in the womb of your mother, if your mother would have dropped you, meaning she would have had a miscarriage, you would have came out her private part looking like this. And by the way, guys, this is a Halloween costume, okay? Okay, for the people who are slow, this is a Halloween costume of a very cute baby. Coochie coo, brother, coochie coo, coochie coo. So, if we have to go by Allah, His words in this ayah, first you are nothing but bones, and then the flesh covers the bones. It's on the screen. I'll unmute you. Don't insult my intelligence, brother. The ayah is very clear. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm agreeing with you. I didn't say. You said here that
So is Allah
the
wrong,
bones
yes or no?
are created. No, because
How is
let me
Allah
finish,
not
please.
wrong when science says to us
Because
that
scientific-
science
what does
tells
science
us,
say?
brother, you're
You
insulting
could
our
take
intelligence again.
You could take any scientific.
Do you agree with science or Allah?
Source?
Do you agree with science or Allah? Since you brought science up.
Both. Because science
You cannot
says
be
that
no.
the bones are made
no,
before flesh.
no. You cannot agree with both science and Allah when Allah is wrong about science. That's a contradiction.
You make. What do you say here? Does bone come first or flesh?
According to Allah, first bones.
No, not according to Allah. Please say
According
what do
to
you
who?
believe.
According
I'm
to
asking
who?
you here. I'm asking you. What do you think scientifically? What does come
Scientifically,
first?
this is correct. Look what is on the screen. We have.
Scientifically, the Quran
Let me
is correct.
finish. You asked me a
could search
question
it.
and you're not
You could
allowing me
search-
to finish.
Yeah,
When you ask me a question, allow me to
bones
finish.
come first. That's a fact. The
Hold
bones come
on,
first.
brother.
That's a fact.
Brother, hold on.
I'm just saying that's a
you
fact.
have when you have embryology stages, you have something called embryonic tissue. You have 3 layers, 3 of them. Look, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 layers. Okay, 3 layers in total. Let me remove, sorry for the typo. So you have the ectoderm, you have the mesoderm, and you have the endoderm. Now, specifically, the mesoderm, which is the red colored here in the middle. This mesoderm layer is responsible for forming the tissues in your body when in an embryonic tissue, okay, embryonic stages. This mesoderm forms both the flesh and the bones. Both the flesh and the bones. But guess what? Allah is wrong. Why is Allah wrong? Because both flesh and the bones are developed simultaneously. But Allah, the fool, the clown, and the false prophet Muhammad think...
No disrespect. Please do not.
No, I'm not
disrespect
disrespecting. When you're a fool, I'm going to call you a fool.
No, you are disrespecting. You are disrespecting. You are.
When Allah is a fool, I will call him a fool. Because he's fooling you and all the Muslims on this planet in 2025. According to Allah, the fool and the prophet fool, bones are covered with flesh like a jacket. When did that happen? Which embryologist, which scientist agrees with the Quran? I'm not disrespecting. When a fool is a fool. I will say that I am not your typical Christian apologist. When something must be said, it should be said.
Call Jesus a fool here. I didn't call Jesus a fool here because I respect your belief. I didn't say anything wrong about your belief. You're calling
Jesus
my God a fool.
Jesus did not make such unforgivable mistakes. So hold on.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not. He did not. You want to change it to Jesus? That's not. This is not the right place to do that. I know you want to attack Jesus desperately. I know, and you're looking for an excuse, and I'm going to give you that excuse. Abdul, I asked you, if Allah is wrong, why do you worship Allah? Don't change Jesus. Jesus is free from the mistakes of your Allah, who is a fool. Go ahead.
You're disrespecting me again. So
I'm not disrespecting you. I'm disrespecting the Quran that is created by a fool.
So, first of all, you're saying here, first of all, you said that the Quran isn't from a God. Then you're saying that Allah
I just proved it. I'm not saying it. Allah proved it.
What beliefs are you talking here about? Because you're just disrespecting me.
I think we're talking about the Quran and Islam, didn't we?
But you don't believe in. What did you say?
We're talking about the Quran, didn't we? We're still talking about the Quran.
Yes, we are talking about the Quran, but you don't believe in Allah.
So why did Allah make a mistake? Why did Allah make a mistake here?
It's not a mistake. Okay. If you can prove it.
I did, and you have no honor, you have no dignity.
You talked.
I did prove that it's a mistake. You're insulting our intelligence, and you have no stay on the panel anymore. I gave you the chance. You know, when you're going to insult my intelligence, then we will move to the next caller because you're not making any sense. You're asking me to prove it. I proved it with crystal clear evidence. You brought up science on you and your Allah, and we use science to debunk your fool Allah and fool prophet. And it's not an insult when someone is wrong, we call him a fool. This fool that you call Muhammad a prophet, he fooled all of you Muslims, and all of you are a bunch of fools for following this fool who created Islam in the 7th century. So why are you a bunch of fools? Why do you follow fools? Why do you follow the book of fools, which is the Quran? This ayah contains all kinds of mistakes. It starts with a mistake and it continues with the mistake. And guess what? Even the last part of the ayah, فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ here, this ayah here, the last part, is not even from Allah. Did you know that? A scribe wrote it and Muhammad said, yes, this is how Jibreel brought it to me. فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. So blessed be Allah, the best of creators. This is a bit funny. It should say creators. Best of creators. Which is nothing but shirk. Since it's talking about creating life, Allah is not the only creator. There are multiple creators of life. Right? That scribe, when he said it, Muhammad thought to himself, hey, it sounds good. Let me say to my scribe to include it in the... Write it! And he wrote it. Which is shirk, by the way. Do we have any other guests? I think we have another guest. Beautiful. Write it down, brother. Jibreel brought it to me, brother. Hello? 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 You're on the call. Hello? Yalla, press the screen 80 times. Yalla. Yalla. Guys, you know some Muslims only come up to flag the live stream. That's often what they do. They come on the panel to flag the live stream because they have nothing to say. Clearly. Sharif, since you have nothing to say, stay in the chat where you belong, but press the screen 50 times. You know? Tap, 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 brother. Tap, 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 and smash the like button, guys. You people have no honor, you have no dignity. Trolls. You people have no honor, you have no dignity. Just like your prophet, who lied to you in the Quran, and you think that this is a Quran from God. Guys, first, you're nothing but a nutfa. Nutfa literally means a drop. This is, like I said, wrong. So let us dissect the ayah one more time. A drop of semen. That's what a nutfa in the Arabic language is. Drop of semen. Hold on. Where's the egg? What happened to the egg? Allah forgot about the egg. What happened to the egg, ya akhwan? What happened to the egg? I thought when you want to create a fetus, you need an egg. Allah forgot about the eggs, or maybe Allah was hungry. I don't know. Maybe hungry, brother? Was Allah hungry for eggs? Allah was hungry. I don't know. Guys, I'm not a Muslim. Maybe a Muslim can answer that. What happened to the egg? No egg. Why, guys, no egg? Because this is directly stolen from Galen. Literally, guys, that's the thought of Galen. Galen believed in this. Did you know that? Google it if you don't believe me. Muhammad directly stole from the ancient Greek scientist called Galen. Prophet Galen, the ancient Greek scientist, may Allah be pleased with him. Rob, hold on. Muhammad stole it? Yes. From Galen. I'm not kidding, guys. Look. Here is Galen on the screen, alayhi salam. Galen, word for word, stolen. Look, let me make it bigger. If you want to take a screenshot, be my guest. Galen, 500 years before Islam, which is 1900 years ago. Galen, 500 years later, claims that both Hippocrates and Aristotle are both wrong. And they were wrong, by the way. But he continued with wrong. Oh, I almost destroyed my own desk here, but it's okay. We're good to go. Look, guys, stage number 1, water of the man and the woman. That's what the Quran says in chapter 86, ayah 6 and 7. Semen of the man and semen of the woman. The semen of the man comes from his backbone, and the semen of the woman comes from her rib cage, from her ribs. As-sulbi wat-tara'ib. That's what the Quran says, right, guys? Sulb. Sulb is the backbone of the man. Wat-tara'ib. Tara'ib of the woman, meaning her rib cage, ribs. Literally. That's where semen of the man and the woman come from. So in Islam, because they are stealing from Galen, Muhammad stole from Galen, that's why the Quran is wrong. That's how the ayah starts in chapter 23, ayah 14. And then you have congealed blood. That blood. Boom. Do you see it? And then you have unshaped flesh, which is true. Mudgha. And then this mudgha, the unshaped flesh, becomes bone first. Exactly like Galen. And then the bones are covered with flesh. 1 + 1 + 1 + 1. Galen, 1 + 1. Copy paste. Do you see it? Copy paste in the Quran. That's why the Quran is wrong. The Quran is wrong. Because it's stole from Galen. Copy paste, exactly. Ya akhwan. Copy paste. This is why you should leave Islam immediately if you don't insult your own intelligence, Muslims. And we do not hate you. We love you, Muslims. But you have been deceived by Muhammad, who is nothing but a copy-paste machine of the 7th century, plagiarizing earlier works. Now you might ask, Rob, how did Muhammad get this information from? Well, very easy, guys. The work of Galen was being translated from Greek into Aramaic. Okay, people used to translate works, and we even know who did that work. Look, step by step, guys. I have already done my research. There was a guy called Sergius of Rashina who was an historian. He translated the work, and he was being persecuted. And he went to Persia. In Persia, there was a school, a medical school, okay? A medical school in Persia called Jundi Shapur. So the work of Galen is being translated, and it even reached Persia. Next. In Persia, you had a medical school in Persia in a city called Jundi Shapur. Jundi Shapur. Guess what? One of the companions of Muhammad by the name of Al-Harith ibn Qallada or Qalda, he was studying there. Wait, what? Yes, you heard it correctly. A companion of Muhammad got his medical degree, and his name was Al-Harith ibn Qalda or Qallada. Muslims don't even agree on the name. Sometimes they call him Al-Qallada, other Muslims call him Al-Qalda. And he's called the doctor of the Arabs. Tabib al-Arab in Arabic. Google him if you want some information. Al-Harith ibn Qallada or Qalda. Guess what? This Al-Harith ibn Qalda or Qallada, he moves to Mecca, and he takes the knowledge that he learned from the translated books of Galen, and he goes to Mecca and he becomes a companion of Muhammad. He does what? He goes to Mecca and he becomes a companion of Muhammad. And he even marries one of the aunts of Muhammad. Google it if you don't believe me. Check your sources, Muslims, if you don't believe me. The medical doctor of the Arabs, Tabib al-Arab, Al-Harith ibn Qallada or Qalda, this guy here on the screen, oh, hold on, guys. This guy on the screen, he becomes a companion and he shares all the information that he learned from the translated work of Galen. He shares them with Muhammad. But all of it is of Galen, the famous Greek scientist. And this Al-Harith ibn Qallada becomes a companion of the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, aka Qutham, and even marries one of the aunts of Muhammad, and he stayed a companion for 20 years, 2 decades. He's a companion of Muhammad. So where do you think he got his information from? All of these scientific miracles in the Quran from people like Al-Harith ibn Qallada. So Muhammad is a fraud. Now we know where Muhammad is getting his information from. Aywa. We can now safely say Prophet Galen, peace be upon him, because the Quran steals from Galen. Did you catch it? Aywa. Boom.
Emotional damage.
There you go. That's how to do some little research to find how Muhammad is stealing and plagiarizing. It's not that hard, guys. Just do some research, like I did. Guys, we have shared this information many times over in the past. This is not new information, guys. I talked about this many, many years ago. Okay? I didn't even talk about today's topic, by the way. Didn't even talk about it yet. But it's okay. We had an awesome conversation. Unfortunately, guys, when you're going to insult my intelligence, every person has his own patience, limit of patience. And, if you continue insulting my intelligence, then, and you are dishonest, man, then, I will give you some chances. But if you're going to stay dishonest and you're going to lie to my face and you're going to call me a liar and I didn't say that, this and that, then I don't like to talk to the children, man. Really, I don't like to talk to children. You can cry in the chat or whatever you want to say. I don't care. Maybe your friend Yusuf wants to come up. Ya Abdul Rahman. If you even know what Ar-Rahman was, you would not call yourself Abdul Rahman. By the way, Ar-Rahman was an ancient god before Islam, by the way. You are worshipping an idol that is attributed to Muhammad, which is, by the way, part of my today's live show. Did you know that? Did you know that Ar-Rahman was an ancient Arabian god, an idol? You didn't know that, did you? Yeah. You don't know much, Muslims. This is not me saying it. These are your Muslim historians who said it. Did you know that? Rob, can you prove that, please? Sure, no problem. Let me prove to you that Ar-Rahman was a pagan god. Your prophet took it. He took that name after destroying all of these idols, and he gave all of these names to Allah. Wait, what? Yes, you heard it correctly. All of these names were names of idols before Islam. Muhammad took them and he gave them to Allah. Ar-Rahman is one of them. Ar-Rahman is one of them. And here is the book to back it up. Okay. Of course, we have books to back it up from the historians in Islam. Look, we have a dictionary called Mu'jam Ilahat al-Arab Qabla al-Islam. Dictionary. Mu'jam means dictionary of the many gods of the Arabs before. Qabl means before Islam. Okay? Before Islam. Again, before Islam. Idols before Islam. Non-idols. Okay? That's the title of the book. Idols before Islam. Idols before Islam. Non-idols. Okay? Names of non-idols. Before Islam. That's the title of the book. The dictionary. Okay? If you open this dictionary, guys. If you open this dictionary, let me share the link with you. Here is the link of the book. Look, here's the link. And we open simply, you can download it, you can open it to read it as you see. And we go to page, let's say 100 and, if I'm not mistaken, 102 and 103. Let's see. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Look. Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman. Do you see it? Here. Ar-Rahman was an idol. An idol was called the Lord of the heavens and the earth. Ar-Rahman was a known idol before Islam. Al-Rahman is an idol, a known Arab idol before Islam. You see, guys, how we can back up everything we say? Ism Ilah, a name of an idol, Ar-Rahman. Literally, that's what it says here. Ism Ilah, before Islam. What did Muhammad do? He took Ar-Rahman and he gave it to Allah. That's the meaning of Tawheed, remember? Unification. So Muhammad stole all of these names and he gave them to Allah. In other words, Tawheed, to unify all the existing pagan idols as one. He literally stole the names of the previous old Arabian idols and he gave them to Allah. Ar-Rahman, all of them. Ar-Rahim, all of the names that you can find for Allah. All of them. And we pretty much went through all the 99 names of Allah in the Quran and we showed you one by one how they are nothing but names of idols. Here's the link one more time of the book that we just used. You have to go to page 102. Okay? 102. Ar-Rahman. Pagan idol. So you are nothing but a worshipper of a known pagan idol before Islam, ya Abdul Rahman, the guy who called in earlier. You're an idol worshipper. You claim that you worship one God, but you're not. Your prophet only stole everything. He stole from Galen. He stole everything that you can think of. Muhammad stole it. All right. See, guys, how it all makes sense? Did he turn all the existing gods into one god? That is something strange. Even the pagans notice Muhammad is a copy-paste. Creating new religion, copying all the names and giving them to one god that he liked. And for some reason, he kept the black stone too. And he made himself an intercessor. If that's not paganism, that I don't understand the meaning of paganism. Now, we talked about the fact that we're going to talk about a samad. First of all, the first ayah. You're with me, right, guys? Everybody's with me? Everybody's with me? You're with me? Give me a one, please. Give me a one. All right. Everybody's with me. We have a good crowd. We have 80 people watching on TikTok. That's awesome. And we have around 215 people watching on YouTube. Wow, that's a good number, man. Glory to Christ. Good job, guys. Keep them coming. We have over 300 people watching in total. That's awesome. Okay. Awesome. Now, look, guys, let us start from Ayah 1, because this is the chapter, the most important chapter in the whole Quran. In the entire Quran, Surah Al-Ikhlas is the most important one. Okay? That's what the Muslims say. The most important chapter. But guess what? The most important chapter contains disasters. Not one, not two, but many. Watch this. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Say, He, Allah, is one of. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Emotional damage.
One of. One of what? Of course, false translation. Should say, He, Allah, is one of. One of what? It should be immediately, exactly, the question. One of what? One of the donkeys? One of the horses? One of the potatoes? Or maybe one of the many idols? Clearly one of the existing 360 idols. Exactly. Right? Exactly. And we proved that from Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman was a pagan idol. Before I move to a samad, guys, if you don't believe me that it means one off, or you can use it in the negative, you can use it in the positive form, it depends the siyaq, right? The siyaq of the ayah. What does it mean, siyaq of the ayah? Meaning the context, the way you read the verse in context, right? Guess what? Look at the word ahad here. Do you see the word ahad, guys, here? Do you see it? Guess what? It's here too. Do you see it? Panic mode for the Muslims, guys. Here is the word, ahad. Do you see how it can mean? Any. It can mean none, anyone, no one, one off. But it certainly does not mean one. Because in the Arabic language, the word one is wahid. And I challenge you Muslims. I challenge you. Challenge you. Is that the way to write challenge, guys? I can't remember. English is not my first language. Challenge you. Challenge you with an E. Okay, Rob. E. Okay, challenge. Okay, no problem. I challenge you to give me one and only one sentence in the Arabic language that is perfect, where the word ahad is used, where it means one and not one off or any, no one. You get the idea. The word ahad. Challenge from now until kingdom come. Is that a good challenge, guys? I challenge the imams, the mashayikh, all the Muslims to create for me one perfect Arabic sentence where the word ahad is used and it means one. Because you see it, verse 4 gives it away, right, guys? If we take another translation, guys, forget about Sahih translation. For example, Maududi. Let's see how Maududi translates it. Look, Maududi, guys. You see Maududi? None. How is the word ahad one if here he translates it as none. So in other words, guys, this is a false translation. They have to lie. All of it is false. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ means in this case one off. One off. He, Allah, is one off. That's what Allah is, one off. And the last ayah gives it away. Do you see it, guys? Kufuwan ahad. None, no one. Depends on how you use it, in the positive form or in the negative form. None, no one, anyone, one off. But it certainly does not mean one, the numerical one, in a verse, in a sentence. You gotta love it how Muhammad cooks himself in the same chapter. It's a very tiny chapter. It's only four verses long. And verse 4 destroys the English translation on top. You see it? You bunch of liars and deceivers. I just zutted you like the jinn zutted Muhammad during the night of the jinn. I just buried your false translations, Muslims. So Rob, can you give us a good translation for chapter 112, ayah 1? Sure, no problem, brother. No problem, brother. Let me give you a good translation, brother. Brother. Good translation, brother. Here is a good translation, brother. Maybe you want to take a screenshot, brother, sister. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ means say He, Allah, is one of. But again, I put huge question on the screen. If Allah is one of what? $1 million question. This is the Sahih Arab Christian translation without taqiyya on top. This is the Sahih Arab Christian translation. Okay? Take a screenshot. This is the real meaning of the ayah. But the question remains. One of what?
Emotional damage.
Guys, do you see how Muslims literally insult not only their own intelligence, but they insult our intelligence when they falsely translate the Quran? Sahih Arab Christian translation on the screen. You can never, listen carefully, you can never ever trust a Muslim with the Quran in his hands when he translates it. You have to go to the Christians to provide good translations, unfortunately. Do you see it? God bless you, Adrian Deko, and God bless all our admins. Keep our admins in your praise, guys. Pray for our dear admins, guys, please. Pray for them. Pray for all the brothers and sisters in the blue on YouTube and our admins also on Discord, but also last but not least on TikTok as well. Any Muslim? Any Muslim who will say, Rob, you're lying, Rob? Mr. Potato. Yeah, we have a Muslim called Mr. Potato on TikTok. Mr. Potato, can you come up and prove me wrong, brother? I think we are lucky we have a Muslim on Discord. Unmute, please. Misanthrope. Unmute. You're muted.
Yeah.
Hello? You're live
Am I
on air?
audible?
Hello?
Yeah, am I audible?
You're a Sunni Muslim, my friend?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Actually, I suddenly came to the voice chat and I heard you translating, making
Come on, introduce yourself. What kind of Muslim are you, man? Come on, let's not play games.
It doesn't matter. What kind of Christian are you?
One more chance. What kind of Muslim am I talking to? Are you a Shia? Are you a Sunni? Are you a Mu'tazili? What kind of Muslim are you, man? Are you that scared to tell me what kind of Muslim you are? Answer.
Okay, let me answer now. First of all, I'm not scared to say that I'm a Muslim. Secondly, the topic that you were discussing, the translation of
Fool. Mr. Potato, what kind of Muslim are you? Are you a Sunni? Do you go by the Sunnah? Are you a Shia who follows the Imams? What are you? Answer, please.
to prove to your audience
Don't be
something
scared.
that you're a sort of.
Do you follow the Sunnah of the Prophet? Yes.
Are you an expert in Arabic language? I have a question.
Go down. Yalla. Tap the screen 50 times. Yalla. قرأ عليك وعلى نبيك ابن الما بعرف شو. يلا. No time for kids. Too scared to even introduce himself, man. How am I going to use, what books should I use against you if I don't know what kind of Muslim you are? Because you Muslims don't even agree with one another. You claim to follow Islam, and you claim that all of you are Muslims, and you count yourselves within the 1 point whatever billion Muslims that you are, but not one Muslim agrees with one another. So you should give me the chance to know what kind of Muslim you are. You Shia and you Sunni do takfir on each other. And even Sunnis among each other do takfir on one another. The Salafis do takfir on the Ash'ara and the Maturidis. And the Maturidis and the Ash'ara call the Salafis kuffar. So you don't even agree if you're Muslims or not. You are scared, Abful. You are so scared to tell me what kind of Muslim you are. Shame on you. Shame on you. You think I will give you a panel to talk on? Pakistani boy, too scared to say what kind of Muslim he is. You're not even a Muslim. You don't speak one word Arabic. Because you know what I will do to you? I will zut you like the jinn zutted your prophet. Exactly. Any Muslim? Any Muslim who is not scared to tell us what kind of Muslim he is? One last chance, Mr. Trop. If you're too scared to tell us what kind of Muslim you are, then it's done. One last chance. You see, guys, how much patience I have? Go ahead.
Okay, I'll answer your question. Before that, can you please tell me, can you answer, after I answer your question, can you answer my basic morphological question in the language? Because you're here, depicting yourself an expert of Arabic language, translating ahad and ahad,
Answer
wahid
my
minhu
question.
and
Answer my question.
wahid, not knowing the basic
Answer my
between them.
question.
Yeah, I will answer. Will you, in return, answer my question then?
Answer the question.
Your audience is all over.
Answer the question. One more time. Answer my question.
Okay. The audience members must listen that the question he's asking or the translation.
Donkey ibn donkey. Sit down, ya ibn al-mut'a. Go ask the Shia what they did to your mother when they did mut'a with your mother. Ya ibn al-mut'a. Scared. Ibn al-mut'a. What can we do? Muslims are sons of mut'a. They don't know how to answer. They don't even know who their father is. Do you think they know? They will tell you what kind of Muslims they are? Ibn mut'a. Sons of mut'a. What can you expect? Hmar ibn hmar. You know, this reminds me, in the Arabic language, when we ask someone, where's your ear? He takes his right hand to his left ear. That's my left ear. He doesn't do it with the left hand. He does it with the right hand. All the way over his head to reach his left ear. That's what Muslims are. Ya ibn al-mut'a, answer question. Don't play games. And by the way, yes, the early Sahaba practiced mut'a, all of them. Even after the death of Muhammad, even during the caliphate of Abu Bakr, and during the caliphate of Umar, the Sahaba like Ibn Abbas continued to practice mut'a. That's true. Ibn Abbas was a proud practitioner of mut'a. Okay? He's known, he's very famous for that. And by the way, Ibn Abbas is that Ibn Abbas who became the scholar of the Ummah. Right? The ink of the Ummah, the scholar of the Ummah. That Ibn Abbas. And he was proud. And he defended mut'a wholeheartedly. And he continued doing mut'a. And he, even when he had a debate once, guys, he had a back and forth, insulting one another. Abdullah bin al-Zubayr, let me type it out, since we're talking about mut'a anyway. Abdullah bin al-Zubayr was a son of mut'a. So the early Muslims were all sons of mut'a. I'm not kidding. You know why? Abdullah bin al-Zubayr had a conflict with Ibn Abbas. Okay? When Ibn Abbas heard what Abdullah bin Zubayr said about him, he said to Abdullah bin Zubayr, go ask your mother, Asma, the sister of Aisha. Remember, Aisha had an older sister. Her name was Asma bint Abi Bakr. Asma, the daughter of Abu Bakr. He told him, Abdullah, Ya Abdullah bin Zubair, go ask your mother what she did with your father, meaning mut'ah. So he called him literally a son of mut'ah. Your mother practiced mut'ah with your father. That's why you're a son of mut'ah, ya Abdullah bin Zubair. So yes, the early Sahaba were sons of mut'ah. So guys, it's not an insult to call Muslims sons of mut'ah. It is not, let me type it out. It is not an insult to call Muslims sons of mut'ah. They should be proud about it because Allah allowed it in chapter 424. Did you catch it? Now, the Sunnis will lie to you and say, mut'ah is abrogated. What about misyar? Isn't misyar mut'ah? A different name for mut'ah? When you go, let's say, on a business trip, you meet a woman. How much for 2 days? How much for 1 day? $50? $50, brother? $50? Handshake? Misyar, brother? Misyar? Yes, brother. And then after that, both separate their ways. You go that way, she goes that way. You see, guys, they literally gave it a different nickname. Misyar. Mut'ah is, misyar is the Sunni version of mut'ah. Okay? They changed the name only. That's what Muhammad Hijab did. He did misyar with a woman. He treated her like a piece of meat. And, you know what happens next. Right? Exactly. Sons of beep. Exactly. You get the idea.
Emotional damage.
Exactly. Misyar is mut'ah, guys. Nothing, only a different nickname. Okay? Different nickname. Any Muslim? Misyar is mut'ah. Mut'ah is misyar. Yet they have the audacity to say that mut'ah is abrogated. Which ayah abrogated chapter 424? The ayah of mut'ah. وَمَا أَسْتَمْتَعْتُمْ بِهِ مِنْهُنَّ فَأَوْتُهُنَّ أُجُورَهُنَّ فَرِيضَةً. Which ayah in the Quran abrogated chapter 424? I challenge you to show me one. Challenge. Which ayah? Didn't Allah say in Surah Al-Baqarah that if Allah wants to abrogate an ayah, He will send a similar ayah or a better one? So, what similar ayah or what better ayah did Allah send to abrogate the ayah of mut'ah, which is chapter 4, ayah 24, the ayah of mut'ah? Huh? Any Muslim? Since we're talking about mut'ah anyway. Your prophet was the son of mut'ah. Your prophet was the son of istibda. He didn't know who his father was. He stayed supposedly for 4 years in the belly of his mother. Some scholars say 2 years maximum. They don't even agree. And that's why the scholars need to lie. Like if you go to the tafsir of Al-Qurtubi, you'll see that he's quoting, for example, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad, Imam Shafi'i. These top scholars in Sunni Islam said, you can even, your mother can be pregnant with you for 4 years. Imagine 4 years pregnancy, guys. Imagine 4 years pregnancy just to protect Muhammad from being called the son of mut'ah. Unbelievable. Brother Lux, you know that we need Muslims, right? Brother Lux? Are you Muslim?
No, I'm just streaming the YouTube.
You have a
Sorry, I'm
question?
late.
I need Muslims, brother. You see, Muslims are already terrified when they come up. They can't even answer one question. But go ahead. You're on the panel anyway. Go ahead. What do you want to share with us?
No, I just came here to stream the YouTube channel.
Oh, brother. Okay, I see. Thank you.
I'm a bit late, I'm sorry.
It's okay, brother. It's okay. Thank you. I thought, someone was interrupting. Thank you so much. God bless you. Finally, we have 3 platforms that we are streaming on at the same time. God bless you, Brother Lux. Forgive me. Pray for my shortcomings. I didn't know that. I was about to curse you, man. Hold on. Is that you, Brother Original Kafir? Is that you with a different nickname? You're confusing me, bro.
Yeah, yes, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention it. I'm sorry.
يا
It's my
كافر يا
fault.
عدو الله. How dare you? يا كافر يا عدو الله. It's you. Okay. Confusing the heck out of me. I mean, I'm already confused about this cult. You're confusing me even more. How dare you, يا كافر? Let's do mubahala.
I was sent by the goat. Don't worry about it.
Let's do mubahala. What do you think? Someone's saying let's do mubahala. Unbelievable. Any Muslim? Any Muslim who can tell us who Allah is? Because I'm still confused. Allah in the Quran says He is a one of what? Because we have many options. One of the donkeys, one of the horses, one of the potatoes. What is Allah exactly? Allah didn't finish His sentence. Guys, if you want my honesty, I think, I, Rob Christian, think that there's a word missing here. I'm not kidding. There's what? A word missing here. At least. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. الآلهة maybe, I don't know. Because if we do this, guys, look, let me fix Allah's Quran, okay? If I can fix Allah's Quran, what does that make me? Higher than Allah. Muslims should start to worship me, right? If I can fix Allah's mistakes, Muslims should worship me. And God forbid, I'm not trying to say that I'm God, but if I can fix the Quran of Allah, Muslims should worship me. Because there's something missing here. I'm not kidding, guys. Look, let me put some dots. Here, look, something is missing there. Why missing, Rob? Because the sentence as it is now is not finished. It's not finished. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Say He, Allah, is one of. One of what? If I put something like that. Donkeys? Now it's finished. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ donkeys. Now it makes sense. Okay, now it's finished. Now the sentence is complete. You see? Now, if Allah would have said Wahid, on the other hand, look, guys, I'm fixing the Quran literally with my hands. If we remove this word and we put the word Wahid, you, me, all of us, we would have not had an argument against Allah. Now it is the correct way. Look, if I remove the word off, now it's perfect. See, guys, how am I fixing the Quran with my own hands? What does that make me? قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ وَاحِدٌ. Not أحد. Boom. Now it's good. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ الْوَاحِدُ. Not أحد. But anyway, you get the idea, right, guys? You get the idea. So since we proved that the meaning of Tawheed means unification, one of many, at least two, that's the meaning of Tawheed, we can continue. Aywa. Now let us go back to As-Samad. Let me make it bigger. This is the ayah of the day, because that's my topic of the day. Samad, right? This is the main topic. They didn't even reach it yet. Guess what? Samad is Allah. Allahu Samad. Allah is an idol. Can we prove that Allah was a stone? Samad? Because Muslims say Allahu Samad in the Quran. Allahu Samad.
Allahu Samad.
Do you hear it?
Allahu Samad.
Allahu Samad. Samad. Allah is Samad. Can we prove that the ayah says Allah is the pagan idol Samad? Oh, Samad. Can we prove it, guys? That's what the ayah is trying to tell us. Allah is the pagan idol Samad. Can we prove it? What do you think, guys? Can we? Remember, Allah is one off in the previous ayah, right? Allah is one off. Remember? قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ one off. Can we now prove it? Yes, we can. Watch this. Guys, I'm going to dissect everything. And don't worry, I will try to make it as clear as possible for you. Okay? You know I can, and I will from the Islamic books. Much. Glory to Christ, man. May the Lord use us mightily to expose this cult of shaitan who comes in many shapes and forms, including idols. Let us prove that there was a God called Samad before Islam. Watch. What happens is, guys, I recently, and I shared it on Discord. This is why it's so important, guys, to join our Discord server. And the link is in the pinned up comment. So important to join our Discord server because, guys, I often share new information that I find. A couple years ago, guys, I introduced a short video clip and also a live show a couple years ago, and we talked about the fact that Ibn Kathir was corrupted by Muslim hands. Muslims corrupted Ibn Kathir with new printings. So we have old copies of Ibn Kathir that tells us what this Samad was. That's what I'm trying to go to, right? Because we have to figure out what is this Samad, right, guys? In the old copies of Ibn Kathir, before the corruption, we know the meaning of Samad. But what did they do, guys? They removed it. Yeah, they introduced a new OS update for Ibn Kathir, and we're going to prove it. Watch. Watch this. Are you ready, guys? You're with me, right? Please, guys, everybody focus because this is new stuff. For most of you, this is new stuff. All of you, focus. Give me a 1, please. I'm not forcing you to stay. I'm not forcing you to listen. But if you care for the truth to be unfolded in front of your eyes and ears, then please lend me your eyes and your ears. Please, brothers and sisters. Even the Muslims who care about the truth. Muslims, we love you. This is why we share what the Muslims did, what the ulama did to hide the evidence. Yeah, come, Mr. Proof. Come. If you truly are the man of your word, if you are truly the son of your father, come. I'm waiting for you. Raise your hand, come. Talk is cheap. Raise your hand and come. Mr. The Proofs for Islam, brother. Today I will end your career. Come. You and what army can end my career? You and what army can end my career? You need to bring an entire army and still you won't defeat me. Come. Mr. Big Boy. Mr. Big Boy with the female skirt on like your prophet. Hey, come. Come now, I'm waiting. I'll bring my Arabic speaking imam with me. Okay, come, you and your imam. Both of you, I'll take you on. You and your imam. Come. I'm waiting. Take 1 year. We're live every week. We are live every week, Abdul. When you and your imam are ready, come. You know where to find me. Every week we live streaming. Every week. Now, guys, don't allow this coward to distract you guys. Everybody, focus on me. Focus on me, baby. Focus on me. Focus on me. Let us do some emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Watch this, guys. Watch this. Arab Christian discovered that they corrupted Ibn Kathir to hide the evidence. Watch. Again, if we go to chapter 7. If we go to chapter 7 of the Quran. This ayah here on the screen. Okay. Chapter 7, Surah Al-A'raf, ayah 70. This ayah here. And we go to the tafsir. I found something interesting. Something interesting. God bless you, brother L.A. Apologetics. You're right on time, man. God bless you, man. All right. I discovered for chapter 7, ayah 70, that it says the following. محمد بن إسحاق وغيره إنهم كانوا يعبدون أصناما فصنم يقال له الصمد وآخر يقال له الصامود وآخر يقال له الهباء. So what it says here on the screen, Muhammad bin Ishaq have said, and others like him have said, that the Arabs used to worship idols. And the word idols is asnaman. Okay, here's the word idols. So the Arabs used to worship idols. Let me type it out. Idols. And he mentions, and others like him have mentioned, that there was an idol called Samad. There was an idol called Samad. And there was another idol called Samud. And another idol called Al-Haba. This is what? Tafsir ibn Kathir, guys, on the screen. This is Tafsir ibn Kathir. Okay? Tafsir ibn Kathir for chapter 7, ayah 70. Guess what they did? Watch. Let me first show you. So this is what from a website, as you notice. This is a website, okay? This is a website, but let me show you now the original old copy before corruption. And it exists. And let me give you actually the link for this old copy before they take it down. I want all of you to download it for free because it's free. It's for free still. It's online before they take it down. I downloaded it. Would you download it? You should. So this is what the link is. Let me give you the link. Here is the link, brother, for the old copy that you see on the screen for Ibn Kathir. The old copy of Ibn Kathir. Here is the link. I hope it will fit though. I also have to shorten the link. No, I have to shorten it. Okay. So this is the old Ibn Kathir copy. Let's see if it's going to work. I'm not sure. Not sure if the link will be shared. Let me try. Guys, do you see the link? Can you open it? Does it work? Please click on it and make sure if it's working. Tell me if it's working. Does it work? If it works, download the copy immediately, because big chance if they watch my stream, they will take it down. Okay, so download the PDF immediately. I hope you are downloading it immediately. If you open it, it will look like this, the cover. Okay, so let me show you also one-on-one. So if we go to the website, look, if you go to the website to show you how it works, this is noorbook.com. Okay, noorbook.com. If you open it, this is how it looks like. You see it, Tafsir al-Quran al-Azim for Ibn Kathir. This is the old copy. If you click here on reading, okay, you'll find volume 2, Al-Juz' al-Thani, volume 2. Okay, you have to go to page 225. So click here, guys. You see all the page numbers. Let me make it bigger. Page 1 to 100, page 101 to 200, page 201 to 300. So click on 201 to 300. You see it, guys? You're still following? You're still with me, guys? You're following, right? So I'm guiding you through the pages. So click on this one here. All right. When you click on it, scroll and go to page 205. 225, forgive me. Page 225. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. 220, 221, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And this is the page. Look, page on top, 225. Do you see it, guys? 225. 225. 225. Oh, why is it small? Page 225. Page 225. There you go. Okay? Now look at this, guys. You need to find this part here. وقد ذكر محمد بن إسحاق all the way to there. And here's the word Samad before the corruption. Do you see it? Here's the word Samad before the corruption. There. Exactly there. You see it? So I download the book as well. So if I removed all of this, so we go back. So this is the cover of the book, as you noticed. And this is the page. Page 225. Do you see it? Page 225. So here is the word. There. You see it? And it is Samad. So وقد ذكر محمد بن إسحاق وغيره إنهم كانوا يعبدون أصناما. Muhammad bin Ishaq and others like him have mentioned that the Arabs used to worship idols. فَالصَّنَمْ يُقَالَ لَهُ صَمَدْ. Samad. Oof. Now guess what? Like I said, they corrupted with the new printing. They removed this and they changed it. Watch. If we open the new copy of Ibn Kathir, so this is the old copy. Here is the new copy. But before I show you the new copy, guys, I have another copy, but unfortunately, I don't have this old copy. It's nowhere to be found on the internet. I can't find it. But also in this old copy, it agrees. Look, if I zoom in, فَصَنَمْ يُقَالَ لَهُ الصَّمَدْ. Here, Samad. Okay, so we have two copies. This one I don't have the book of. I don't have it. I don't have the link to share with you. But you see, I found this screenshot on the internet of this Ibn Kathir on the screen. Here's the cover of Ibn Kathir, the old copy as well. So as you notice, there are multiple publishing companies that have printed Ibn Kathir. Now, I will now show you a new copy. This is the corrupted copy of Ibn Kathir. Newer copy, as you see. You can see it from the style. It's newer. Okay, you're with me, right, guys? You're with me, right? You're with me, right, guys? You're with me. All right. So let me now give you the new copy, the link to the new copy of Ibn Kathir. Here is the link of the new copy of Ibn Kathir. This is new copy of Ibn Kathir. With the corruption, when they fixed, because they have to hide the evidence. So in the old copies, we have Samad, right? In the old copies, we have Samad. You see it? Samad here. But guess what? In the new copy, and I dropped the link already, volume 7, even the volume is different. Remember, in the other copy, is volume 2 for chapter 7, ayah 70. In the new copy, is volume 7. So the volume is different publishing company. Okay, watch this. On page 435, same ayah, chapter 7, ayah 70, we go down. Here is the corruption. They changed the word samad to sada to hide the evidence. Boom! You see it? They changed samad to sada to hide the evidence that there was an idol called Samad. So in the old copy said Samad. Samad. They changed it to Sada. Disgusting deceivers. Because guys, if something destroys Islam, they will corrupt it. The old copies of Ibn Kathir that we still have said Samad. In the new copies that they printed, they changed it to Sada. Aywa, you disgusting deceivers. You see, guys, how important it is to be a researcher like me, to uncover these deceptions. Sada is a name of they created a new idol, Jazi Jibril. The difference is that they came up with a new name here. Totally different name. They fabricated Sada. So this is a fabrication of a new name. Sada. That's the difference. They fabricated a new name of an idol. Because the old copy, if we go back, said Samad. The old copy says Samad. Right? Samad. You see, the old copy, volume 2 of this copy of Ibn Kathir, says Samad. Look, Samad. فَصَنَمْ يُقَالَ لَهُ Samad. Samad. How did Samad change into Sada? Well, it can only change when you corrupt it, right? With newer printings to hide the evidence. Do you see it? Filthy, disgusting liars and deceivers. Because, guys, this is why we always say, this is the reason why we always say, without lies, fill the dots. Islam what? Dies. Without lies, Islam would have died long time ago. They are only trying to keep this cult alive by lying and deceiving and creating new books with deception. They fixed it. Do you see it? Filthy liars. New printing, hiding the evidence. How did Samad become Sada? Well, through corruption. By printing new copies. Do you see it, guys? Look. Old copy. New copy. You see it? Exactly, John. Peace. They changed Samad to Sada. They changed Samad. Old copy said, so let me type it out one more time. The old copy said Samad, and it became in the new copy, they changed it to Sada. That's what they did. To hide the evidence. Why is this so important, Rob? Because Samad was the name of a pagan idol. They took that name and they gave it to Allah. Probably Muhammad and his Sahaba did that when they destroyed the idols. The 360 idols that surrounded the Kaaba and were inside the Kaaba. They destroyed these idols. Samad was one of them, and they gave the names to Allah. So if Samad was a pagan idol, and Allah is Samad in the Quran, 1 + 1. Allah is pagan idol. Thank you, Ibn Kathir. But unfortunately, they corrupted Ibn Kathir's tafsir. But hey, we have the old copies to destroy them and put them in their place, as you see. These people have no shame. They call them scholars, but when you say a scholar in Islam, guys, when you talk about a scholar, they mean deceivers. Deceivers. A scholar is also known as a deceiver in Islam. Scholar. What a joke. Don't invite me to co-host. I will not accept your co-host because you know why you're doing that, Abdul. You're doing that because you want to lie, and when you co-host, I cannot mute you. When you lie and insult my intelligence, don't be a coward. Come up and don't do co-host. Come up as a guest. I will allow you to speak. I'll be full. Don't be scared. Muhammadan wants to do co-host. I'm not here to co-host. I'm here to spank you. Either you spank me or I'll spank you. Yeah, he wants to become famous on my behalf. That's not going to happen. If you have something to say to me, come to my live show. Yalla, come up. Abful, stay in the chat. Stay in the chat. Mr. Benson Oliveira. You have nothing to say on the topic, Abful. I know what you're going to do. Stay in the topic. You're on the topic, you're welcome. But I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Rob, you don't speak Arabic. There's an Abful who wants to come up and say to you guys, Rob doesn't speak Arabic. We tried it yesterday on Brother Darren, his live stream when I was there as a guest. Rob, you don't speak Arabic, Rob. I can teach you and your Allah Arabic, Abful. And you want to change topic, I know. Been there, done that. And I've been teaching Allah Arabic this whole entire live stream. We have fixed chapter 112 with our own hands. So what does that make me? More powerful than Allah. Allah doesn't even know how to write the word tree, by the way. So we're talking about teaching Allah Arabic, guys. For example, Allah doesn't know how to write the word tree correctly. Allah doesn't know how to write the word woman off correctly. Imra'atu. Look, guys, for example, since we're teaching Allah Arabic anyway. You're not insulting my intelligence, I'm fool. You're insulting Allah. Look, Allah in chapter 3, ayah 35, He writes the word woman off like this, with the ta maftuha. Do you see the ta here, guys? Here? He writes it like this. But it's a mistake, incorrectly. And then Allah corrects Himself in chapter 4, 128, and He writes it with a ta marbuta. You see it? With the smiley face on top and with this circled, you see with the tiny circle here? This is the correct way. But Allah in chapter 335, He writes it mistakenly. This is the mistake here. Look, here. You don't even know to know Arabic. You don't need to know Arabic to see the difference. If you write it the way on top, you'll get an F in school in the Middle East. But if you write it this way, it's correct. First, correct your Quran before you say, Rob, you don't speak Arabic. Fix your Quran, Muslims. Fix the Quran first, Muslims. Okay, I see. Okay. Fix your Quran, then come back and say, Rob, you don't speak Arabic. Because if I can fix Allah, my Arabic is better than Allah. If I can fix the Quran of Allah, you can worship me. I'm your new Allah, Muslims. Rob, can you show it? Yes, look. Let us open the Quran to show it. Oh, let me open actually for a change. Quran.com. Look. 335. Look at this, guys. Look carefully. You see the word here? 335, right? Of the Quran. Here is the word. Imra'atu. Woman of. Look here, carefully. Look to this letter here carefully. Do you see the letter ta? This is the letter ta. The letter ta in the Arabic alphabet. Basically the T, right? Now watch this. Let me remove this. And we go to chapter 4, Quran.com, chapter 4, ayah 128. Watch. Look how he writes it here. You see it? Same word. Woman of. He writes it differently. Which one is correct? This one in chapter 335 or chapter 4, 128? Muslims. Exactly reversing. You should fix the Quran first before you say, Rob, you don't speak Arabic, Muslims. Which way did Jibreel send to Muhammad? Which one is correct? Well, clearly the one here on the screen is correct. You see? So chapter 335 is incorrect. Oops, my bad, Allah said. Oops, my bad. Yeah. Unbelievable, man. Corruption, mistakes. On top of more mistakes. Now here's more, guys. If we go back to As-Samad, okay, here is also the tafsir of Imam al-Razi. Tafsir al-Kabir by Imam al-Razi. Okay? By Imam al-Razi. Here is the link. Pay attention, guys, everybody. Lend me your ears one more time. Volume 16, Imam al-Razi himself, Fakhr al-Din al-Razi, for short, Imam al-Razi, volume 16, okay. Volume 16. We opened the page, and I provided the English translation as well. Look what they said on page 410. 410 here. Page 410. Surat al-Ikhlas, the same chapter, same ayah. We scroll down. I provided the English translation for what is being said on the page. Look. Let's read. Tafsir al-Razi, volume 16, page 410, for chapter 112, ayah 2. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ, and the next ayah, Allahu Samad, and specifically Samad. 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 You can see it already. Let's read. Let's read. Some of the later linguists said a samad is the smooth stone that does not accept dust. Nothing enters it and nothing comes out of it. What did we just read, guys? What did we just read? Allah is a smooth stone that does not accept any dust. And Allah is a solid idol. Nothing comes out of it, nothing enters it, which means Allah is solid. Allah is a solid stone, a very smooth stone. A very smooth, solid stone. It's not hollow. Did you catch it? This is not me saying it. This is the tafsir of Imam al-Razi. Read it again. Some of the later linguists said, As-Samad is the smooth stone that does not accept dust. Nothing enters it and nothing comes out of it. So in other words, a solid... Not sure why that keeps doing that. Remove it one more time. Okay. In other words, a solid, smooth stone idol. That's what samad is. Did you catch it? That's what this word samad is. Here is the word. الصمد هو الأملس من الحجر الذي لا يقبل الغبار ولا يدخله شيء ولا يخرج منه شيء. Nothing comes in it, nothing goes out it. Meaning a solid stone, smooth idol. What happens is, guys, what you need to know, the Arabs, the pagan Arabs, all right, they used to search for stones. Whenever they find let's say a big stone that is very beautiful, very solid, let's say like an obsidian. You know the type of stone that is, let's say, an obsidian? Obsidian. Have you ever heard of an obsidian stone, guys? Or maybe, what is this type of stone that they use for graves, guys? Not forget about black stone, Alex. Smooth stones, obsidian, maybe granite, marble, beautiful stones that are very smooth. Whenever they find a smooth stone, they make an idol out of it. Obsidian, marble, you get the idea. Whenever they find these stones in the desert, granite, marble, obsidian, they take it, they make an idol out of it, and they start to worship it. They worship it. And that's what they did. And one of these idols was called Samad. So if we combine Ibn Kathir, the old copy of Ibn Kathir, plus Al-Razi combined together, we can conclude that Samad was a smooth idol from stone. Did you catch it? Ibn Kathir combined with the tafsir of Al-Razi, combined 1 plus 1, we can conclude that Samad was a smooth idol stone that was not hollow, it was solid, nothing enters it, nothing comes out of it. 1 plus 1, pagans. And since Muhammad said, Allahu Samad, Allahu Samad, 1 plus 1, Allahu Samad, here, Allahu Samad. A solid, smooth stone idol. Allahu Samad. Boom, boom.
Emotional damage.
Amazing stuff, guys. Amazing. This religion is amazing, brother. Amazing religion, brother. Amazing religion, brother. I hope you're taking notes. And here is the online link for Al-Razi. If we copy this part so you can see that we're not lying to you, we copy this entire sentence all the way to here, copy, and we put it in Google. Look. Let's play the Arabic first. Google Translate, just to give you an idea, guys.
وقال بعض المتأخرين من أهل اللغة: الصمد هو الأملس من الحجر الذي لا يقبل الغبار ولا يدخله شيء ولا يخرج منه شيء.
أيوة. Translation.
Some of the late people said, "The steadfastness is the one who is the tiger from the stone that does not accept the dust, and it does not enter it."
Yeah, you see, guys, it comes out a bit funny, right? But this is a Google machine translation. Now, if I use a different browser, let's say Google browser, and we copy the Arabic and we put it there. Let's see what this one says. Look, this is what you see here. This is the Brave browser that I'm using. It is Google browser. Look how it comes out. This is why you should never ever trust any AI translation or ChatGPT. But to give you an idea what the Arabic truly says, look, some of the later linguists said a samad is the smooth stone that does not accept dust. So this is a correct translation. Nothing enters it and nothing comes out of it. So in this case, use the Google Translate in the Google Chrome browser to get the correct translation. Because, you know, sometimes they use different AI, different machine translations. This is why I always say to the Muslims who use ChatGPT as their main source, don't do that, because Islam came from books. It didn't come from ChatGPT, abfool. So always laugh at the Muslims who use ChatGPT, right? Who use ChatGPT as their main source. Okay? Don't allow them to do that, right? Don't allow them to do that. You get the idea, right, guys? All right. All right. All right. Any Muslim? Protestant believe, what do you mean? I'm not getting it. What do you mean with second? What do you want me to show you? What do you mean, brother? Brother Eddie, God bless you, brother. What do you mean? What do you want me to show you? Oh, okay, not for me? Okay, forgive me then. I misunderstood. I thought you're talking to me. Okay. Allah and pagan idols before Islam. We have done multiple live shows, guys, about this. But to give you an idea, look, we used this book earlier on today's live stream. I will use it one more time. Okay. معجم إلهات العرب قبل الإسلام. The dictionary that the historians created to talk about, to mention the old Arabian gods before. Qabl means before Islam. Okay? If we go to page 43, let me give you the link to show you how Muhammad took the idols, destroyed them, and he stole their names. Okay, that's what Muhammad used to do, stealing the names of the previous idols and giving them to Allah. For example, Al-Akbar. If you speak Arabic, you can read Arabic, you can see it. Here's the link. Okay. Here is the link. I hope the link will work, though. I'm not sure if it's working. But if this link doesn't work, you have to go back because I provided the working link earlier. Okay. On page 43, we see Al-Akbar mentioned. Rob, can you give us an English translation? Sure. I translated the Arabic. Let me read the Arabic first. Al-Akbar. Al-Akbar Sanam Quraysh. So there was an idol called Al-Akbar. Muslims say Allahu Akbar before they blow themselves up. Allahu Asghar. Get stuck for Allah. Allahu Akbar. You know, you get the idea. This Al-Akbar with the definite article Alif Lam, the Akbar, right? The Akbar, Al-Akbar, right? To give you an idea. Al-Akbar was an idol before Islam, and it used to be worshipped by the family of Muhammad, the tribe of Muhammad, the Quraysh of Mecca. right? And you see the English translation that I created for you. يقول الخطيب البغدادي كان صنما من نحاس. It was an idol created from copper. نحاس, copper, right? An idol from copper, نحاس. And it was nailed موتتا بأوتاد من حديد إلى الأرض وموضوعا على ظهر الكعبة. And it stood, they placed that huge idol that was created from copper against the back of the Kaaba. Very, very expensive idol. It was huge. Clearly, why huge, Rob? Because they nailed it with iron nails into the ground against the back of the Kaaba. على ظهر الكعبة. Here, this part here. Okay? From copper, nuhas, copper. It's not working? This is the link not working? Then I'll have to give you another one. Hold on. Let me give you a working one. Here is a working link. Here, this one works. This one works for sure. Okay, so go to page 43. Page 43. For the people on TikTok, if you want to collect all of these sources, these amazing sources, you have to go to YouTube or join our Discord server. Everything is there. Okay? Everything is there. Any Muslim? So guys, even Al-Akbar was an existing idol. And Muslims, before they blow themselves up, before they go to war with kuffar, they scream Allahu Akbar. But what they will not tell you, that this Al-Akbar was a known idol. A known famous idol. And it was so huge, they had to place it against the back of the Kaaba and use iron nails to keep it steady against the back of the Kaaba. And there were around 360 different idols, guys. Big ones, small ones. Even inside the Kaaba, you had idols. Okay. Did you catch it? So what happens is, guys, when they conquered Mecca, when Muhammad came with a huge army of caravan robbers, and he conquered Mecca, he destroyed all of these existing idols, and he gave these known idols, the name of these idols, he gave them to Allah, and that's the meaning of Tawheed. Unification. He unified all of these idols, unification. He unified them and he created one God, Allah. Allah even was a known idol, but he infused all of these idols into Allah. Pure monotheism, brother. Unification, brother. Did you catch it? Even Al-Akbar. So Muslims, when you say Allahu Akbar, Akbar was an idol. You only unified all of these idols into one. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Say He, Allah is one of many. Pagan unification, exactly. Did you catch it? This is the perfect pagan unification. Even here in the blue, I highlighted also the blue. Sanamahum, look. Al-Akbar Sanam Quraysh. Again, repeat it one more time here. Al-Akbar. Woo, Muslims. Woo, you worship the same idol. When you say Allahu Akbar, you only unified another God with Allah that existed. Al-Akbar was a known idol. Woo, you pagans. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. You're still the same pagans of your forefathers. Nothing changed. Pagans. Pagan in, pagan out. This is what Islam is. Islam, guys, again, Islam is a pagan unified, cult. That's what Islam is. That's what Islam is. Still the same pagan cult. Yet they have the audacity to call us pagans. Even the word pagan is a Christian concept, by the way. The word pagan, guys, is created by Christians. Why by Christians? Because if you do some history research, you'll find that the early Christians used to call the Roman pagans pagans. We call the Romans pagans, right? So when Muslims use the word pagan to attack you, they are using our words that are created by us. Yet these pagans have the audacity to call others pagans by using Christian concepts. Shame on you, Muslims. You even steal our words. What did you not steal? What did you not steal? You call people disbelievers, yet you are the real disbelievers. You are the real pagans. Have some shame, Muslims. Have some shame. History is against you. Your books are against you. Your historians are against you. Have some shame. That's the only thing I'll ask you. Have some shame. Any Muslim? I dare you to come up, Muslims. If you are the sons of your mother, if you are the sons of your father, come up and defend your pagan cult right here, right now. Come up. Debate me. Don't run. Any Muslim? Is there any Muslim? Brother, Quran contains science. Actually, science buries the Quran. Science buries the Quran. Historical facts bury the Quran. What does not bury the Quran? What does not bury Islam? To be a Muslim, guys, you have to deny everything. You don't need brains. And this is why the scholars said, Sami'na wa ata'na. We heard and we obeyed. We heard and we obeyed. That's Islam, guys. They hear and they obey without using their brains. No logic, no human logic. اللي تمنطق فقد تزندق. The one who uses logic has become an apostate. Did you know that, guys? That's what the scholars told the Muslims. Do not use logic. Because the moment you start to use logic, you're out of Islam. How many Muslims know this? Did you know that these are the words of the teacher of Ibn Kathir? Did you know that? Who? Specifically, Ibn Taymiyyah. Look what Ibn Taymiyyah said, guys, in a famous quote. And the reference is on the screen, and I will give you also the Arabic reference back to back. Ibn Taymiyyah said, read with me, guys, in the book called Sharh Kitab al-Ibana min Usul al-Diyana, volume 18, page 18. That is why Ibn Taymiyyah said, the teacher of Ibn Kathir, what did he say, Rob? Ibn Taymiyyah said, he, the Muslim, who uses philosophy, used logic. And he who uses logic has become a heretic, an apostate, out of Islam. Meaning, philosophy leads to logic, and logic leads to heresy and apostasy. Therefore, you find most apostates in this time citing the words of philosophers. Man tamantaq faqad tazandaq. That's literally what Ibn Taymiyyah said. And let me open the Arabic to show you guys, so that Muslims don't say, Rob, that's not what Ibn Taymiyyah said. Yes, that's what Ibn Taymiyyah literally said. Here is the book. Sharh Kitab al-Ibana min Usul al-Diyana, volume 18, page 18. Let me make it bigger. Look. وَلِذَلِكَ قال Ibn Taymiyyah, the teacher of Ibn Kathir himself, مَنْ تَفَلْسَفْ فَقَدْ تَمَنْطَقْ وَمَنْ تَمَنْطَقْ فَقَدْ تَزَنْدَقْ. Okay. Copy. Paste. So if you copy the Arabic and put it in Google Translate, you'll get what I just showed you. He who uses logic has become a heretic. Don't use logic, guys. Don't use your human logic. Don't use it. Because the moment you use logic, you're out of Islam. You're an apostate. Ya Zandiq. That's tough. Of course it's very tough. To be a Muslim, you are in a very tough and very difficult situation, my friend. You can't be a Muslim and use logic. You can't. This is why the moment you use logic, you become a Mu'tazilite, you become a philosopher, but you are certainly not a Muslim. The moment you use ancient philosophy, ancient logic, guys, ancient Greek philosophy, you're out of Islam. This is why they even used to persecute philosophers in Islam. They killed many, I'm not kidding, they killed many philosophers, Muslim philosophers. They killed them. They executed them. They unalived them. They cut off their heads. And we love the TikTok shop. Sorry for my French. We love the TikTok shop, but not too much. Any Muslim? Is there any Muslim? A religion of pieces, Burgundy. The religion of pieces. You know? Pieces. You wrote it differently, brother. Write it correctly, okay? You wrote a typo. Religion of pieces. Pieces. Okay? We hack you with love. We hack you with into pieces. Any Muslim? That's a better sentence, brother. That's a better sentence, brother. Any Muslim? Any Muslim who think he can debate? Any Muslim with knowledge? Any Muslim? Any Muslim? Any Muslim, baby? No Muslims? Any Muslim? Any Muslim? Yeah, crickets. What can we do, guys? Are there some questions in the chat? Since we are out of Muslims? They claim they have over 1 billion Muslims out there, and they call the Shia Muslims. Sunnis call Shia kuffar, Shia call Muslims kuffar. Mu'tazilites are kuffar. The Maturidis are kuffar. The Ash'ari are kuffar. The Salafis are kuffar. They do takfir on one another, right? Muslims in Sunni Islam call each other kuffar. They don't agree on where Allah is. Some Muslims say Allah is everywhere. Other Muslims say no, Allah can only be in one place above the throne. Allah is not everywhere. Allah has a shin, Allah has no shin. Allah has eyes, Allah has no eyes. They debate about everything, but they don't agree on anything. And they even call each other kuffar, guys. Forget about calling us kuffar. Muslims versus Muslims. Okay? And they do takfir on each other. They call each other kuffar. Yet, these hypocrite liars, when we ask them how many Muslims are on this planet, they will say, well, around 1.8 billion Muslims. But they will not tell you is that they count the Shia, the Salafis, the Ahlul Sunnah wa Jama'ah, they call the Maturidis, they include the Ash'ari, they include all of these different sects. And there are millions of sects out there. They include the Ahmadiyya, exactly. But when it comes between each other, among one another, they will call each other kuffar. So how many are real Muslims out there? 10 million real Muslims? 5 million? 4 maybe? 4? Pick your cherries. Of course. That's what they are, bro. They all agree to disagree. Some Muslims hate Aisha, some Muslims hate the Sahaba. Get the idea. It's crazy, man. In the end, you have no real Muslims. But if you want to ask me, who are the real Muslims? To be honest with you, the Shia are the real Muslims, not the Sunnis. That's my humble opinion, okay? The real Muslims are the Shia, not the Sunnis. The Ya Alis, exactly. Those are the real Muslims. But that's my humble opinion. But you didn't hear it from me, okay, guys? You didn't hear it from me. All right. Any Muslim? Yeah, the Ali, slap. Those are the real Muslims, guys. Not the Sunnis. Sunnis are on the wrong path. It's tough to be a Sunni, to be honest. Shia also, but it's more tough to be a Sunni than a Shia. Yeah, the people who accept that the Zut the Prophet, brother. Those are the fake Muslims. All right. At least Shia don't believe that their Prophet was Zut, though. It's not in the Shia books. Well, we didn't find it yet. So maybe we'll find it in the future. But I did not find in the Shia books that Muhammad was raped by the jinn during the night of the jinn. I did not find it yet in the Shia sources. But in the Sunni sources, we find it. And we talked about it in our previous live show, guys. If you want to go watch it, go to my YouTube channel, click on the tab Live, and you'll find the live show that we did about the Qawm al-Zut, who zutted the Prophet, brother. Go watch it to collect all the sources. Any Muslim? Any questions? Any questions, guys? Oh, yes, sure. I did a video about it. But sure, no problem. No problem, baby. Your wish is my command, my friend. It's even in my introduction video. Have you seen my introduction video yet, guys? Here's the source. You know, where the Muslim started to faint. You remember that part? When I showed him this? Okay. Tafsir Ibn Atiyah. Sunni book, of course. Sunni tafsir. Not even known by many Muslims, but it's a very famous tafsir for the Quran. Sunni tafsir, okay, not Shia. On page 444, okay? Page 444. Page 444. Oof, that's big. Let me make it a little bit smaller, man. Too big, Rob. Sorry for that. 4, and now it's not working. 444. Okay. All right. We scroll down. Look. For chapter 3, ayah 55 of the Quran, Imam Malik said, here, وقال إمام مالك مات عيسى وهو ابن 33 سنة. Imam Malik said Jesus died as a son of 33 years old. Boom. This is the founding father of the Maliki Sunni school, or better to say, madhab. Boom. You see, guys, the early Muslims did believe that Jesus died. So what happens is, guys, they did not only corrupt Ibn Kathir, tafsir, but they even corrupted the early Muslim belief. Muslims much later corrupted the early Muslim view about the death of Christ. I'm not kidding. Proof is on the screen. Right, guys? Right, Muslims? What did you not corrupt in your religion? What did you not corrupt in your religion? They corrupted everything. And this is also the view of Ibn Abbas when he said, Inni mutawaffika means inni mumituka, and the word is maut. 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 Maut is the word. Maut. Maut. Mumituka, the verb form of maut. The noun is maut. The verb form is mumituka. Maut is the noun. Mumituka. And if we continue reading, guys, so not only Ibn Abbas said what he said, but also look, Wahab bin Munabbah said, Tawaffahu Allah bil maut. Allah caused him to die in actual death for 3 hours, and then he raised him to himself. So we have the death and resurrection confirmed. Unbelievable. Brother, sister. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Both the death and resurrection confirmed. Here's the link one more time. The word maut is death. Exactly. Maut. Maut. Matter of fact, let me play the video clip since we are at it anyway, guys. Let me play the video clip that I did 2 days ago about the topic of the death of Jesus in Islam confirmed. Very beautiful video, man. I'm proud about it. With all pride, I'm only proud about that I did put a lot of work in it, and it came out very beautiful, brother. Very beautiful and very clean video, brother. Watch. Watch, brother. Watch this. Oh. I have to log in. What is this nonsense, man? I'm using a VPN. That's why. You know what? Let me do this, brother. Let me open with a different browser. Okay, I think this is beautiful enough. Okay, let's play it, brother. Watch this. Enjoy.
Look at this.
Did you know that the early Muslims believed that Jesus Christ actually died and resurrected? I'll prove it with crystal clear evidence from the early Islamic books. So please watch the entire video and pay attention. In the Quran, in chapter 3, ayah 55, Allah himself said, O Isa, I shall make thee die. So even Allah, we don't even need any tafsir, guys. Allah in chapter 355 said what he said, Inni mutawaffika. So Allah is talking to Isa and he said, I will make thee die. Do you see it? The word is mutawaffika. What many Muslims don't know, guys, they say, we know Arabic. No, you don't know Arabic. You're illiterate like your prophet. Because the word mutawaffika, wafat, waw fa ya is the root word. Okay? Wafat, mutawaffika on itself, without any extra additional words. For example, the night or sleep, it can only mean death. And actually, around 18 times, guys, listen carefully, around 18 times the word wafat is used in the context of death. So when you don't use an additional words beside the word wafat, mutawaffika, tawaffaytani, it can only mean death. Okay? When you put the word, let's say, sleep besides it, or you put the word night beside it, yes, it can mean different meanings. It can get different meaning, like sleep. But since mutawaffika, wafat, is only used on itself, then it can only mean die, death. Did you catch it? Let's continue. And lift you to myself. And the word is mutawaffika, which means I made you die. So the Quran itself confirms the death and the resurrection of Christ. The word mutawaffika on itself, without any extra additional words, can only refer to death. Look, guys, I also provided a slide to make it more clear. 18 times in the Quran, the word mutawaffika or wafat, tawaffa, is used. Okay? In total, 25 times, but in 18 times it can only mean death, dying. Did you catch it? So 25 times it used, but 18 times out of the 25 times without an extra additional word, it can only mean death. And that's why in chapter 355, it was only used on itself without any extra additional words. That's why it means death, to die. If the writer of the Quran wants to say tawaffa as in sleep, you see it? Then words like the word night must be added, or sleep, for example, that it means that for it to mean sleep, for example. So the word wafat needs extra additional words. For example, if I use the following sentence, to give you an example, Al-Imam Salla ala al-Mutawaffi. Al-Imam Salla ala al-Mutawaffi, which means, so if I type the word for the following word, Al-Imam Salla ala al-Mutawaffi. It means what? The Imam prayed on the deceased, the death person, right? You see how it only means death? A person who is dead. So the word wafat, wawfaya, the root word, wafat, tawaffa, tawaffaytani, without extra additional words, it can only mean death. Exactly. Thank you for the Arabic person. Do you see it? So you see how in the Quran, the word mutawaffika on itself used, it can only mean death. And that's why you have certain translators, Arabic Muslim translators, who were honest and used the word die. Do you see it here? Die. There you go. Let's continue the video, guys. I made you die. So the Quran itself confirms the death and the resurrection of Christ. The word mutawaffika on itself without any extra additional words can only and only refer to death. On top of that, the famous companion Ibn Abbas, in his explanation for this ayah in Sahih al-Bukhari, explained that the word mutawaffika means mumituka, maut, and maut means death in Arabic. And one of the writers of the Dawah script, Adnan Rashid, raised, guys, watch this. What many people don't know, whenever you hear the Dawah script, this is the guy behind it. He and his team of liars wrote the Dawah script. And the Dawah script is called Abraham Fulfilled. This is the Dawah script, guys. I'm not kidding. You can find it online for free. If you type in Abraham Fulfilled PDF, you'll get the Dawah script that Muslims, all of the Muslims are using when they debate us. Literally, they created a Dawah script. So the writer of the Dawah script, the liar Adnan Rashid, he raised a challenge. Watch, guys, the challenge. Watch in front of you and fold it. Watch. He raised a challenge and said, if the word maut is used, then there is no further discussion about his death.
If in this case, if the term maut was used for Jesus Christ, then there would be no discussion here. If there was a term, if in this case, if the term maut was used for Jesus Christ, then there would be no discussion here. In the Arabic language, the specific word for death is maut. Maut.
So guys, the challenge is if we can provide from the Islamic sources that the word maut is used for Jesus, then it's done. No discussion. Jesus did die in Islam. Watch. And of course, Ibn Abbas used the word mumituka, maut. Boom! The scholar of the Ummah, Ibn Abbas himself, in Sahih al-Bukhari, used the word maut. Boom! Boom!
Emotional, damn it!
You're buried. Your challenge accepted, and we buried your challenge. How to be an Abdul. And the early famous classical Sunni scholar Imam al-Razi in his tafsir raised a problem and said, Christians, despite their great numbers in the east and west of the earth and their intense love for Christ and their exaggeration in his affair reported they saw him killed and crucified. If we, meaning Muslims, deny that, it would be an attack on what has been proven by tawatur, which means mass transmission. And attacking tawatur, mass transmission, requires attacking the prophethood of Muhammad and the prophethood of Jesus, and even their existence and the existence of all the other prophets. So all of that is worthless. So guys, what does this mean? What did Imam al-Razi say in his tafsir for the Quran for chapter 355? He said, if we deny the mass transmitted sources about the death of Christ, we deny Muhammad, and we deny Jesus, and we deny all the prophets. So the early Muslims did believe that Jesus died. So they cannot deny the sources, guys, because we have too many copies, too many evidences to deny it. So to deny history, to deny historical accounts, to deny evidence, you are denying Muhammad, you are denying Jesus. You're a fake, you're a fraud Muslim. You're an apostate. This is the view of Imam al-Razi when he raised a problem. This is one of the dilemmas, guys, which we call Islamic dilemma. There are many dilemmas. And you can find all of the links that I used during this video, guys, in the description box. Okay, in the description box or in a pin-up comment under the video. And I just dropped the link for this short video clip that I created, guys. Imam al-Razi explains, if you as a Muslim deny and attack the crucifixion and the resurrection of Christ, you have attacked the prophethood of Muhammad and the prophethood of Jesus and even their existence. And on top of all that, the existence of all the other prophets. So all of that is worthless. And Imam Malik, the Mufti of Medina and founding father of the Maliki Sunni school or madhab, believed that Jesus died when he was 33 years old. And on the same page, we read again that Ibn Abbas said, Inni mumituka maut, I shall make thee die. And Wahab bin Munabbah said, Tawaffahu Allah bil maut, 3 ساعات ورفعه فيها ثم أحياه الله بعد ذلك وفي بعض الكتب 7 ساعات. Allah caused him to die. Again, the word maut is used for 3 hours and then he raised him up and Allah resurrected him back to life after that. And in some books, after 7 hours. And in the tafsir of Al-Qurtubi, for chapter 46, ayah 35, watch this one, guys, that some of these prophets were crucified on wood until they died. Wow, look at these early scholars. Imam al-Qurtubi for chapter 46, ayah 35, tafsir al-Qurtubi, said, and I quote, some of them, meaning the prophets of Allah, were sawed in half. Some had their heads and faces flayed. Some were crucified on wood until they died, and some were burned with fire. And Al-Hasan said, the brave prophets of Allah were 4, Abraham, Moses, David, and Jesus. Now, which prophet in the history of all the prophets was crucified on wood, on the cross until he died? No one else but Jesus. Boom. Boom! Emotional, damn it! And guys, again, all of these sources, all of these receipts are under the video in the description box or in the comment section. And I dropped the link for the video that I created a couple days ago. Okay. Now, which prophet in the history of all the prophets was crucified and killed but Jesus Christ? Of course, no one else but the Messiah, Jesus Christ, was crucified. So why would anyone want to become a Muslim if the early Muslims believed that Jesus died? Amazing. On top of that, there is not even one authentic hadith from the mouth of the Prophet of Islam where Muhammad himself denies the death and crucifixion of Christ. Not even one. So can you imagine, guys, that there's no hadith? There is no authentic source from the mouth of Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, Qutham, where he says Jesus did not die and he was not crucified. Nowhere. You have only one ayah just one ayah in the Quran, namely chapter 4, ayah 157, that is literally stolen from the Gospel of Basilides. I'm not butchering the name. And also, it's also found in the Treatise of the Great Set, the second Treatise of the Great Set, right? Which is a Gnostic text that our church fathers were refuting, that circled in the second, let's say late second, beginning of the 3rd century. Gnostic ideas. What Muslims don't know is when Muhammad stole that Gnostic idea, changed it a bit, that these Gnostic people, these heresies, guys, they did believe that Jesus was God. So these heretical people, they did believe that Jesus was God, but they believed that he had no body to be crucified. These heresies, they believed that Jesus is God, right? But they believed that Jesus was a spirit, a divine spirit, right? He had no physical body, which refutes Islam on multiple occasions, because in Islam, the Messiah was a physical person. He came in the flesh. So, when you steal and you change it to hide evidence, you still shoot yourself in the feet as a false prophet. That's what Muhammad did when he created chapter 4, ayah 157, right? Chapter 4, ayah 157. And even the ayah, guys, does not refute the crucifixion. Allah is only trying to refute that the Jews unalived him. It does not say that the Romans did not unalive him. Because the Jews did not do it, the Romans did. The Romans put him on the cross. It's not even a Jewish punishment system. So which also proved that Muhammad had no idea about crucifixions. And this is why even in the Quran, in the time of Moses, you have crucifixions. Did you know that? Muhammad was all over the place, guys. Muhammad placed crucifixions much too early. Did you know that the Quran thinks that in the time of Moses you had crucifixions, guys? I'm not kidding. Historical errors all over in the Quran. Look, to make it more worse for the Muslims. Look, guys, to make it even more worse for the Muslims. Okay? If you think this is not already bad, look, the Quran attributes crucifixions too early. In chapter 7 of the Quran, ayahs 120 to 124, in the time of Pharaoh and Moses, in 1400 BC, Pharaoh supposedly says, I will surely crucify you all. Wait, what? What? You had crucifixions in the time of Moses? When did that happen? Mistake. Historical error. And it's repeated also in chapter 20, ayah 71. Again, the same. I will crucify you. Wait, what? Pharaoh says, I will crucify you? Boom! Another historical mistake. And it's repeated also in chapter 12, ayah 41. A different Pharaoh in the time of Joseph, which is 1800 BC, he says he will be crucified. You see it? Too much early, Muslims. Your Allah and your false prophet are illiterate about history. Too early. To be specific, 1000 to 1300 years too early. Idiots. Allah and Muhammad are idiots. Your God, Allah, and your false prophet are idiots. Muslims, and I will say it as it is. This proves, guys, that Muhammad had no idea. No idea, no clue. This is why Muhammad is a false prophet. This is why the Quran is not from God. Exactly. Crucifixions did not exist at that time. But hey, what can we expect? This is Islam. Idiots. That's the only thing I can say about Muhammad and Allah. Let's see if we have a Muslim. You want to be Carlos We have a Muslim who calls himself Carlos. Carlos, you can dream. You can dream to be on my panel. Just keep dreaming it. Because the only thing you can say is, Rob, you don't speak Arabic. Stay in the chat. Stay. Tap 80 times. Tap. Guys, this guy, I've debated him and I cooked him many times over. I don't like to spank the same idiots over and over. No time for children. You know, he's a person. He's a Moroccan or someone from North Africa. Okay, what he doesn't know is that, and he's from Amazigh. He doesn't know that his prophet insulted the Amazigh. To be a Moroccan and a Muslim is like a chicken who is defending KFC. Ya Abdul ibn Abdul. Ya Abdul, why are you defending this cult? Why are you defending Muhammad? If you only knew what he said about you, you would have not been a Muslim. To be an African, to be a black person, you're an idiot to do that, to defend Islam. He compared you with dogs. Did you know that? Look, I have so many books to back it up. Look, for example, here, this book on the screen. What does it say here? Do not feed. It literally says, and you can translate the reverse, and you can confirm what I'm showing on the screen. Here is a hadith from Aisha, al-Murda'in, the mother of the breastfeeders, Aisha. Let me restart the app. Sometimes the app that I'm using for highlights, it crashes, so I have to restart it now. So now and then. Look, from Aisha, what did Aisha say? She said to the Prophet, do not feed the Berbers. Do not feed the Berbers. Who are the Berbers? The Moroccans, the Algerians, the Tunisians, right? It's better to feed a dog. So Berbers, Amazigh are lower than dogs. They're not even equal to dog. Berber, Amazigh, you are lower than dogs. That's what Aisha and the Prophet thought of you. And you Berber and you Amazigh, you Moroccan, you Algerians, you Tunisians, you want to defend your Prophet? Wow. Which means you have no honor, you have no dignity. If you knew what they did to your mothers when they invaded your countries, you would have not defended Islam. They raped your mothers. They are calling you lower than dogs. I have so many books about this hadith, but you know, enough is enough, man. Have some shame, Muslims. If you know what they did to your mothers, your daughters. Anyway. Yeah. I think we did enough damage for one day, guys. What do you think? We did enough damage for one day. Thank you for being here. Keep me in your prayers, guys. Please keep my beautiful admins in your prayers. Keep all the warriors in your prayers. Please stay away far from Islam. But warn your children about this pagan, demonic cult of the false prophet Muhammad, aka Qutham, his real name. I love you guys. If you want to support the ministry, you know where to do that. You can use PayPal. You can buy us a coffee on monthly basis on patreon.com, you know, for us to reach full-time ministry. $2, $5. Guys, I'm not asking for money, but I'm telling you, if you want to support the ministry, to tell you where to do that, okay? God bless you. I love you, brothers and sisters. See you in a new live show. And every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord. And Muhammad is a fraud. I love you. Peace out. God bless. Backup channel. Please subscribe. Did you subscribe, guys?